हेलो एंड वेलकम बैक टू चेसिंग द टारगेट। आप लोग मैं और फैज को काफी प्यार दे रहे हैं आजकल, तो वी सेड वी विल कम बैक टुडे एंड देयर इज अ लॉट टू टॉक अबाउट आईपीएल। यस्टरडे वी डिस्कस्ड एवरीथिंग, लेकिन टुडे वी थॉट विल डू अ प्रेडिक्टेड 11 सेगमेंट एंड देन टुमारो फिर से टेस्ट मैच के बारे में बात करेंगे। इंडिया बांग्लादेश, वी ऑलरेडी स्पोक अबाउट टुडेज प्ले, बट या लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द प्रेडिक्टेड 11। फैज, वेलकम बैक, हाउ यू डूइंग?
Doing good. Needed a change from the India-Bangladesh tension. I think it's perfect to get to the domestic world and T20 world, where उधर भी अपने ही सितारे रहने वाले हैं mostly. But yeah, it's just a good change to avoid the stress that is tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, diverting our minds, and this is something which is just like, it's going to be a far-fetched kind of thing, because things will change from now until March. There'll be injuries, there'll be form changes, there'll be a lot of things which will vary. So these predicted 11s that we're going to discuss today for the teams is just for now, based on right now, but things can change. You guys can input also. आप देखो और बोलो हमको क्या changes देंगे. We've got the predicted 11s from Cricinfo and one from another website. I think Mumbai Indians we got from another website, but most we got from Cricinfo. And then we'll tell you what changes that we would like to see in those 11s. Yeah, if we agree with that. And you guys can also tell us what you think about those 11s. ये किस टाइम पे आ गए? गुरनूर पाजी पूछ रहे हैं, पाजी आप लोग इतना प्यार दे रहे तो वापस आ गए। हम काफी डिस्कस करना था आईपीएल के बारे में भी, कल किए थे, आज वो मौका नहीं मिला बिकॉज इंडिया बांग्लादेश का चल रहा था मैच, तो वहां पे ज्यादा डिस्कशन हो गया। तो अभी जो आईपीएल टीम्स है, जो स्क्वाड्स पिक हो गए, उसके प्रेडिक्टेड 11s हमको बस
पाजी बोल रहे सैटरडे नाइट है, ये क्या कर रहे हो तुम लोग? सैटरडे नाइट को बैठ के ये कर रहे हो? सैटरडे नाइट को आधी दुनिया आउट होती है तो यही हमारा आउटिंग है, यही हमारा पैशन है पाजी, तो यही है, तो यही रहेंगे। आप भी आ जाइए।
हमारे साथ ही जुड़े हुए, उनका भी पैशन यही है, ऐसा दिख रहा। लेकिन या फैज, इफ यू वांट टू स्टार्ट ऑफ, लेट्स गो लुक एट द predicted 11s. What first team you want to look at, and we can take it from there. Of course, 4 foreign players will be allowed to play. This is, I think, without the impact player, right, Fez? It will be just 11 right now that we're looking at.
Right, only 11 right now, and obviously there'll be extra people, like you said, there'll be changes, there'll be potential injuries probably that could happen. उससे पूरा momentum change हो सकता, पूरा वो चेंज। So these are just predicted 11 जो लगता है कि भाई most probable to play बोल सकते हैं। ये situation है इसका। तो yeah, so first we're gonna go with obviously we have to respect the biggest man in cricket for a lot of people, MS Dhoni. So we'll be going with Mr. Mahendra Singh Dhoni's team. शुरुआत करते हैं डेविन कॉनवे, मुस्तफा फैंटास्टिक, ही वाज लुकिंग वेरी डेंजरस इन द टी20 वर्ल्ड कप। अगर अपन देख रहे थे उसको, जबरदस्त इनिंग स्टार्ट दिया उन्हें। उसके बाद उसके the way he has good shots in him on around the ground खेलता, I feel like he can be a 360 player as well, and yeah, he's just a delight to watch with the bat.
Yeah, Conway, in Indian conditions, it took him a bit of time to understand those conditions. उन्हें पहले उतना नहीं जम रहा था सब कॉन्टिनेंट में, लेकिन now he's has a better understanding. In New Zealand, he's amazing. मतलब New Zealand में he's a basher. He'll smash the new ball all over the park. He can hit those big sixes. He can score the big runs as well. He's not somebody who will just get in and get out. He'll make it count. But yeah, I think now he's a better player of spin. That was a bit lacking initially, I felt, from Conway. He's getting back into his game. Ab uska form kya rahega, let's see. But him and Gaikwad, I think, make a good opening pair. And then you have that man, Ben Stokes, one down. So the top three look frightening from Chennai Super Kings. All of a sudden, from the transition this season, it looks like a good balance. You have you have Gaikwad, who's a youngster, Conway's youngish, and then you have the experience of Ben Stokes, Ambati Rayudu, Moeen Ali, Jadeja. Where is Dhoni, bro? Dhoni is cricket
number 8.
8. They've
या
hidden him though.
शॉकिंग है यार, लाइक तुम देखो कितनी बैटिंग है यार वो यहाँ पे। और डेविन कॉनवे क्वार्टर, तो ऋतुराज गायकवाड़ का क्या डोमेस्टिक सीजन रहा है अभी, ही इज बीन अराउंड द न्यूज एंड अराउंड द वर्ल्ड ऑफ क्रिकेट लेटली। उसके बाद ऑब्वियसली बेन स्टोक्स आता है। बेन स्टोक्स भाई अलग ही है, अलग ही लेवल के है। हाय सर, फैन फ्रॉम हैदराबाद, डोंट लाई मैन, यू फ्रॉम टोरंटो ब्रो। अबू बकर, सो आई थिंक यू शुड गेट योर पासपोर्ट सून इंशाल्लाह। बट या अभी के लिए तो आप
हमारे
हैदराबाद
बॉस
में, और हमारे पास आने वाले जल्द इंशाल्लाह अबू बकर भाई, तो
हमारे
hopefully
बॉस भी
hopefully
उधर ही है हैदराबाद में, मिस्टर डोनाल्ड
Abrar Aziz, yeah.
अब्रार अजीज। तो सब वही है। अबू अबू बकर व्हाट्सअप मैन, बहुत बहुत मुबारक, आपकी भाई की शादी होगी। सॉरी हम लोग नहीं पहुंच सके, लेकिन बहुत बहुत मुबारक आपको और आपकी पूरी फैमिली को। एंड थैंक यू, आप जुड़े हमारे साथ, इवन दो देयर इज wedding season going on in your house, you're with us, so really appreciate it। हम अगर फैज बोल रहे थे कि they bat really deep and they bowl as well, so all these players, Ben Stokes, he'll give you with the ball, Moin Ali, he will bowl, Jadeja will bowl, Shivam Dube can bowl, Deepak Chahar, Tikshana, and then Chaudhary. So for me, death bowling is a kind of issue in this. I know Ben Stokes can give you a few overs at the death,
Yeah.
but that Carlos Brathwaite thing always comes to my mind. I know he's a changed player, he's a changed cricketer. Like for death bowling, they don't have that quick, out and out who can bowl those jokers, smash the stumps. That's one thing.
Mm.
Ye team, agar main SWOT analysis kara, they bat really deep. That's the strength. Weakness is probably death bowling. Spin department, they're pretty much sorted. I think Tiksana is that mystery bowler. He'll give you something. And Jadeja, I don't think he's the greatest T20 bowler. I'll be very, very honest with
Yeah.
you. You have Moin Ali to cover that up as well. So you have a couple of options in spin.
Yeah, and even if you go to their substitutes, they still have a lot of batting in the substitute. They have Mitchell Santner as well, if you don't forget. But they did release three crucial bowlers, if I would say. Like death में अगर देखें, Adam Milne है, obviously Dwayne Barrow तो legend है, and Chris Jordan भी उन्होंने release करे. So I think that was a bit of a mistake. Do you think?
Yeah, I
तीन
think
fast
they
bowlers.
needed a
Yeah.
bowler. Jordan, the thing is, he bowls really well for England. मगर IPL में उसका consistency, you can ask Punjab fans. Gurnur Paji हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए, he'll tell you that in the IPL he's been smashed around in the death. लेकिन yeah, someone there to provide you the last 3-4 inning overs in an innings, जहाँ पे like सब मार रहे हैं, target कर रहे हैं bowlers को, वहाँ पे कोई होना जो Yorkers डाल सकता है consistently, like a
वही
Bumrah type bowler, not necessarily exactly that, but someone who can bowl at the death, like for example Arshdeep, he's a great death bowler. I don't
उन्हें तो
think
जबरदस्त है, yeah.
Chennai have that, and they will rely on someone like a Mukesh Kumar. He showed some glimpses. Deepak Chahar again, he'll be outstanding in the power play. Last 2-3 overs में पड़ जाता है उन्हें. That's what I feel.
But again देखना पड़ेगा, धोनी एंड बेन स्टोक्स टू मंजे हुए कैप्टन है जो बोल रहे हैं अपन आजकल, एंड देयर
नहीं, धोनी का
कोलैबोरेटिंग।
फिर देखो उन्हें कहाँ पे रखे उसको, क्रिकेट फोर, दिस इज फ्रॉम क्रिकेट फोर, देयर प्रेडिक्टेड
या
11, we're just analyzing it and seeing what we think should be changed, but धोनी को कहाँ रखे, देखो नंबर 8
नहीं, मैं
धोनी।
धोनी का इन टर्म्स ऑफ कैप्टनसी बोल रहा हूँ, कुछ ना कुछ तो रैबिट आउट ऑफ द हैट पुल ही करेंगे इन दोनों। सो होपफुली मे बी बेन स्टोक्स की डेथ बॉलिंग देखने को मिलेंगी ये टाइम।
Yeah, you might see that, and Shivam Dube also will bowl. That's what I feel.
या
He's gonna perform. I just have that gut feeling. I could be completely wrong, but Dhoni has that tendency. उसको पहले कौन थे यार चेन्नई में, एक था ऑलराउंडर, एल्बी मोर्कल। He
ब्रावो भी
was
था। हाँ।
no, Bravo तो था बाद में। एल्बी मोर्कल first 3-4 seasons धोनी का मैच विनर था उन्हें, and
या
for South Africa, yeah, he was decent, he was good. There was times where he used to very very explosive with the bat, मगर for Dhoni he was a match winner. So Dhoni relies on these players, bowlers and basically all rounders, and he'll entrust his, like Ben Stokes. I think he'll give him more bowling. Even again in the rising Pune Super Giants, he entrusted Ben Stokes with more responsibility, and Ben Stokes did live up to that expectation. They did reach the final, if you remember. So
या
yeah, I think Dhoni is that kind of guy. He उन्हें कुछ ना कुछ निकालेगा, सही बोल रहे हैं, but that if I see any weakness on paper, that's for me is death bowling. Otherwise, they're
या
pretty much
आई एग्री
sorted. Ampati right
100% एग्री।
now, मेरे को अभी नहीं मालूम राइडू कैसे फॉर्म में है, कैसा खेलेगा। आई नो ही इज प्लेड ब्रिलियंटली इन द IPL फॉर चेन्नई, ही इज डन सो वेल फॉर मुंबई, ही इज डन रियली वेल, वेरी कंसिस्टेंट बैट्समैन, बट ही इज टुवर्ड्स द फैग एंड ऑफ हिज करियर। हाउ कंसिस्टेंट विल ही बी, आई एम नॉट श्योर इन दिस सीजन। दैट कुड बी समथिंग, मगर फिर उन लोगों के पास इतने ऑप्शंस है कि भाई उसको बिठा के किसी और को भी खिला सकते हैं, या उसको थोड़ा सा डिमोट करके किसी को प्रमोट भी कर सकते हैं बैटिंग ऑर्डर पे। सो दे हैव प्लेंटी ऑफ ऑप्शंस टू कवर दैट।
या 100% ऑप्शंस तो भर भर के हैं इन लोगों के पास। एंड या इसमें अभी ड्वेन प्रेटोरियस भी आई थिंक इन लोगों के पास है।
Pretorius,
या इन लोग
agar,
के
I'm not
पास हाँ
so he's the option for your depth. Then you could get in Pretorius, but then who do you drop, right? You'll have to drop
मोइन
uh,
अली और या इल बी मोइन अली के बीच में आई थिंक मोइन अली एंड
Moin Ali, Stokes or Conway. Stokes, I don't think they'll drop Conway and Moin Ali के बीच में किसी को drop करके they'll have to play Indian batsman or Indian all rounder. That's what they'll have to do in my opinion.
yeah I guess situation will call for the कौन सा player बाहर जाने वाले because I think in foreign में they have तीक्षणा also महेश तीक्षणा भी है इन लोगों के पास तो I think situation जिस तरीके से wicket है that will play a lot of a crucial role in the decision making of the final 11.
Yeah, I guess ये horses for courses अगर थोड़ा सा fast wicket है तीक्सरा को बैठा के उसको खिला सकते हैं Pretorius को. He'll also is a very Pretorius is in Chennai. I'm not sure, man. I there's so many names that went in the auction, so I don't remember if he's already there.
Yeah, he's
Dwayne,
there.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
in Chennai Super Kings. So yeah, उन्हें again handy with the bat. So they'll still bat deep if he plays. So उन्हें है option 100%.
yeah.
You want to move on to the next team?
Yes, sir. Moving around to the next team is RCB.
Yeah.
Royal Challengers Bangalore. They look good. They look solid. They have Faf du Plessis जो अच्छा BBL के फॉर्म में चल रहा है. विराट कोहली फॉर्म में नहीं चल रहा बट T20 वाइज चल रहा है. रजत पाटीदार ऑलवेज गुड बैट्समैन. अच्छा खेल लेता है उन्हें आजकल डिसेंट चल रहा है. देन ये है एक डाउट कि ग्लेन
All
मैक्सवेल
right.
फिट रहेगा या नहीं. हाँ
Glenn Maxwell, मगर Glenn Maxwell अगर fit नहीं है तो Finn Allen है. That's an option that they have, and they could always shuffle in the middle order. They can promote Allen to open. They can get Virat Kohli in the middle order. So they have options over there. If you look at the batting, they bat till 9, but I'm a bit concerned about that middle order, especially after Maxwell and Finn Allen. Lomro, Shabazz Ahmed, Dinesh Karthik. I don't know. Dinesh Karthik, can he produce the same magic as last time? वो तो काफी incredible innings थे उसके. To match that now, I don't know. It's going to be 36, 37 this season. Shabazz Ahmed, yeah, he has potential, लेकिन वो consistency अभी तक आया नहीं. Lomro, same thing. He has glimpses, consistency नहीं आया.
yeah.
I'm a bit concerned. 5, 6, 7, and then death bowling. That's another thing I'm concerned about.
One Indo can also bat if you look at it. One Indo
Yeah, he can
Hasaranga
bat.
can
I
also
mean, they can bat till 9. Harshal Patel can bat also. So he can also chip in with the bat. But I'm just concerned with 5, 6, 7. Will they make the most of it when it's a
yeah.
pressure situation? Or, like, if they've gotten a platform, can they turn a 150 score into 200? Do they have the capability? That's the only thing I'm concerned about. And then the form of the top order is going to be thing, right? Faf is what? He's in his mid 30s. Virat Kohli's in his mid 30s. Rajat Patidar hasn't really been as consistent as you would probably want him to be in the IPL. And then all eyes on Maxwell. We don't know if he's going to be fit or not. Then
मे बी अगर मैक्सवेल फिट रहा वनिंदो को बिठा के एक आध मैच फिनाले को खिलाए तो मे बी बैटिंग लंबी हो सकती है मिडिल में.
फिर बॉलिंग में आप मिस कर देंगे स्पिन
बॉलिंग में
उसका
मिस
लाइक
कर देंगे.
हसरंगा.
या दैट इज वन थिंग वो.
एंड
या बट आई हाँ
अगर आपका उन लोग की पावर प्ले बोलिंग देखे तो जबरदस्त है. हेजलवुड, सिराज, इवन टॉपली एंड सिराज, हर्षल पटेल विल कम मिडिल ओवर्स, हिल बोथ द स्लोअर बॉल्स. मगर डेथ बॉलिंग में अगर हर्षल पटेल अगर उसके नहीं लगे स्लोअर बॉल्स और यॉर्कर्स, ही पुट्स अ लॉट ऑफ कटर्स. सो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द पिचेस. आई थिंक एज द IPL wears on, I think Bangalore will be okay with the death bowling because Harshal Patel's ball will grip, and Siraj also has Yorkers that he can nail. Lekin if it's a good surface to bat on, they will struggle because these two have the tendency to get smashed in the death overs. Even Hazelwood, for that matter of fact.
they have David Willey also. They have Siddharth Kaul, Karan Sharma, another spin option. So yeah, I mean काफी है, but yeah, middle order थोड़ी बहुत weak है. That would probably be the biggest culprit in this squad. Moving to the next
Weakness,
team.
yeah.
Yeah. KKR, इन लोगों का बेचारों का वॉलेट तो बहुत ही छोटा था. 7 करोड़ रुपए थे खाली बैंक में. बेचारे शाहरुख भाई जरा मना लेते पैसे खर्च रहे तो यहाँ पे प्लेयरा खरीदने को पैसे तो नहीं थे. बट या वेंकटेश अय्यर, जगदीशन, श्रेयस अय्यर, नीतीश राणा, आंड्रे रसल who's having a fantastic BBL right now. Fantastic तो नहीं, एक आध अभी 50 मारा. शाकिब अल हसन who's having a good test match. डेविड वीसी 37-year-old, उन्हें कभी भी कुछ भी कर दे सकता है. अनप्रिडिक्टेबल प्लेयर है. शार्दुल ठाकुर, गुड बॉलर. लॉकी फर्गसन, विनेश बॉलर. टिम साउथी, सुनील नारायण, उमेश यादव एंड वरुण चक्रवर्ती. So
So
yeah,
I think in this team, I would play Shakib instead of Vise initially. I'll keep Vise as backup for Andre Russell. Like you can rotate. Depends again. The horses for courses conditions. Kya hai. If it's conducive to spin, you play Shakib. Others you play Vise. So you have that option. Shardul Thakur will give you with the ball and bat. But like I said before, usko middle overs mein utilize karna, not necessarily in the power play. I would play Ferguson over
Hmm.
Tim Saudi. Then you have Narayan. Of course, this guy has been outstanding. He's been one of the best T20 bowlers out there in the last 3-4 years. So consistent. He's won
100%.
almost every single title in different leagues. He's won the World Cup as well twice. So Sunil Narayan is a proven T20 cricketer. How many years does he have in him? I'm not quite sure. Like with the ball, he still looks steady. He still looks very
Yeah.
consistent. Umesh Yadav can spray it around, but we've seen in the new ball he can be effective.
Decent. Yeah.
And उन्हें swing karata ball ko, so I'll use him there. And your death bowling is sorted over here. If you look, Ferguson and Russell are my death
Yeah.
bowlers.
Yeah.
They two or khatam karo, and it could prove to be a very good partnership, underrated partnership. Again, it depends on form and pitches and all that. Like, I'm happy with the death bowling. For me, bowling overall looks sorted. Like you
Solid.
have
Yeah.
who can give you 4 overs, or even if he's not fit, he'll give you 2-3 overs. You have Saqib Al Hasan, Shardul Thakur, Ferguson,
Chadwick or
Narayan,
Ferguson.
Yadav,
And
and
yeah.
Chakravarti. So you have like 6-7 options. Nitish Radha can turn, and Venkatesh Iyer, I forgot about him. He'll bowl as
Hmm.
well. आपके पास 7-8 bowler है. I think their bowling looks very good. Batting for me is a bit of a concern. It depends on the form of Iyer and Jagadishan. I know what they're both capable of, but will they be
But
able to
yeah,
provide that in a
consistent. Yeah.
consistent way?
Yeah. 100%.
For sure, the strike rate will be good. It's just about will they be able to play enough deliveries? Will they get out earlier? I think Shreyas Iyer again. Hopes will be on him in that middle
शॉर्ट
order.
बॉल कोई मार दिया तो खत्म फिर.
Short ball, him, Nitish Rana, Andre Russell, and Sakib. This is a good middle order, but it depends
On the
again on the.
bench, on the bench they have Rahmanullah Gurbaz, who's in form. Rinku Singh. They have, they have Ankul Roy. But released players, Mustafa. Surprisingly, there's Alex Hales in that released list, man,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
Aaron
he was
Finch.
also. Alex Hales was in Sunrisers 2 seasons ago, if you remember, or 3 seasons
Yeah,
ago.
and
But
Aaron
no,
Finch also.
yeah, Aaron Finch to hang knee for me. Alex Hales would have been a good person to have. Gurbaz, I think, can play, man. If I'm looking at
Mm.
this, they got Jagadishan as the wicket keeping option, so he doesn't have to play. But who would you drop if you're going to play Gurbaz? That's what I'm a bit concerned about. If you take a,
Yeah, you
I'm not.
can't take out Lockie Ferguson out.
Oh,
You
do they
can't
have
take
any
out
Indian
Sunil
bowling?
Narayan.
Do they have any
But I
Indian
think Shakib को
all-rounders?
निकाल सकते, but yeah, they have more leg spin than off spin in that extent. In
Indian
that
all-rounders है क्या उन लोग के पास कोई bench पे?
Indian all-rounders bench पे अंकुल रॉय है. I don't think he's an all-rounder. हर्षित राणा है. रिंकू सिंह भी है. But I don't. Yeah, Ringu Singh can bat also and bowl, right?
I don't know if I can bowl even bad, but yeah. So I would probably stick with this team initially, and then Gurbaz को खिला सकते हैं at the top of the order. If अगर नहीं चल रहे दोनों ऊपर, then एक को
Hmm.
बिठा के you give Gurbaz the opening batting, and then look. There's one thing unique in this thing. The top four is all Indian, right? So they're depending on their Indian talent for the batting. Then the middle order is more foreignish, and then your bowlers you have a good mix. They bat until Narayan. Umesh Yadav can also swing it around, so they have deep batting. That's one thing. Again,
Hmm.
a lot will rely on Russell's form. If he
Yeah.
gets them those quick runs, if he's in form, then
Even
then
Narayan's form, I think if Narayan gets wickets, then it'll be difficult for the opposition. I
yeah,
think bowling
the
wise, like you said, man, they're
the
sorted.
sorted.
It's just that impact player अगर उन लोगों को सही मिल गया, एक जो running the team बोलते ना वो एक के लक पे पूरी टीम चल रही बैटिंग में, then they'll be sorted. I think.
और ये ऐसी टीम है as the tournament goes on they can defend 120 130 because they'll have three spinners to choke the batsman in the middle overs. They'll have Umesh Yadav, Ferguson at the top, explosive. They can get wickets, and you have Russell as well with the ball. So they have a very good bowling attack which will suit in conditions as the pitches wear and tear. It'll suit KKR for sure. That's what I feel.
Yeah, 100%. Moving along to the next team, we have Gujarat Titans, the champions. Shubman Gill, Matthew Wade, very good form right now in BBL, smacking the sixes out of the ground. Sai Sudarshan, Abhinav Manohar, Hardik Pandya, David Miller, who a lot of people have forgotten, I think. Rahul Tiwatia, Rashid Khan, Sai Kishore, Yash Dayal, Alzari Joseph, and Mohammad Shami. This is
Ferguson
the
is a big
historical.
blow for them. I know Alzarri Joseph has the pace, he is quick, but that consistency that Ferguson brings, the accuracy that Ferguson brings, I don't think Alzarri Joseph will bring that. Like, he is a talented bowler. He also has a tendency to get hit. I feel in Test cricket, he's a better bowler. I feel Alzarri Joseph. Lekin देखेंगे क्या होता है in terms of in the IPL. I'm a bit concerned. Yash Dayal also. All these guys. If you see Gujarat again, that middle order, there was a lot of miracle innings, whether it was from Pandya,
Hmm.
Miller, Tivatia, or
Pandya, yeah,
Rashid Khan. All this middle order provided a thing. Will they be able to live up to that again? Because there are a lot of situations because of their, you could say, their bowling or top order or whatever, where they required 80 of 30, 40, and then suddenly kuch lag gaya and they won the game. It's not going to be
hmm,
easy to do that every single season, right? There was
yeah,
quite a few games they got a bit of luck on their side. They got a bit of things in their side. Can you sustain that every single season? I don't think so. What changes did they make? Not too many. And they let go of Ferguson, who was helping them defend scores as well of 130, 140 last season. If you remember, 140, 150 bhi defend
yeah.
kare Gujarat. And
And
they
they had
let go.
19 crore. They had 19 crores in the bank. They could have bought a good player probably. I mean, it's just looking
Yeah,
at
they
the.
did get Ken
They could have
Williamson for
bought. They could have even bought Riley Russo, man. 2 crores में अगर शुरू में उठा लेते थे.
I think someone like a Russo would have been a perfect replacement for Miller because अब
Yeah,
Miller को कितने साल है we don't know, right? उन्हें कब से खेल रहा है
yeah,
IPL 2013 से तो मैं देख रहा हूँ उसको, मेरे को उससे
yeah.
पहले भी खेल
Yeah,
रहा होगा।
अपने को भी मारा था एक बार. हैदराबाद
या
को
एक
बहुत
बार
बुरा
आरसीबी को
मारा.
मारा था बुरा उन्हें, मेरे को याद है पंजाब के लिए। तो ही इज समबडी वी डोंट नो इफ ही इज गोइंग टू बी एबल टू maintain this. David Miller, his form. Hardik Pandya again injury prone. Will he play every single game? Will he not? Kane Williamson is a good backup that they've got. So if Matthew Wade agar nahi chal raha, you can bring
Yeah.
him in and get an Indian wicket keeper to play. That's an option
Mm.
that you have. They've gotten that option. Mohammad Shami again, fitness issues. He's not been fit consistently, and he hasn't played as much T20 cricket. I know he played the World Cup, but apart from that, he hasn't played too much T20 cricket in the last few months. So
Mm.
I'll be interested to see how he plays. Look, on paper, also last year I didn't give this team too much. Again, I'm not going to give it too much because I know they won the trophy. Like
Yeah.
in some of
They're probably
certain games,
yeah, riding on a lot of people's lucks. Probably that is what the
there's a
problem
few
with Gujarat.
things like miracles that happened last time that I don't know if you can sustain that. But their strength, Rashid Khan, outstanding, 4 overs for nothing, right?
Mm.
I think that's a great. Then Tivatia, he provides with the ball and bat. He's a
Ball and
utility
bat.
player. Pandya is a utility player, ball and bat again. Shubman Gill is a promising
If he
talent.
gets one, yeah.
Can he take it to the next level now? The strike rate has been an issue with him
David
in
Miller,
IPL.
David Miller Pandya could be your potential finisher. So yeah, that's also there.
Yeah.
You were
Who
talking
do
about
they have
Indian
on the bench?
wicketkeeper. Indian wicketkeeper का बोल रहे थे. They have Ridhiman Saha. They have Vijay Shankar who can bat. Pradeep Sangwan. They have Noor Ahmed. They have who else do they have? Darshan Analkande and Abhinav Sadarangani and Jayant Yadav. So this is their bench. So yeah, I mean it's not bad. They have a lot of Indian talent as well.
Okay, look,
But yeah,
again, last year they depended on individuals. I think this year again they'll depend on individuals. A lot will ride on Rashid Khan and Hardik Pandya, in my opinion. David Miller as well, but
mm,
will he be able to, perform like that? I'm not sure. Like in those 3 4 players, they will depend a lot on them. If Shubman Gill can have a stellar season, if it can be his transition
time to
into a
shine. Yeah.
senior player or a player who's become very consistent, then something can happen with this team. Like, and again, I'm not as confident like I was last year. I wasn't that confident. They proved me wrong. If they
Mm.
prove me wrong again, I'll take it. But just on paper, that's what I feel.
Yeah, I guess also because of the buys that we saw in the mini auction from Mumbai and stuff, it's a little bit, dodgy, but yeah, you
Yeah,
never know. Moving
other
on,
teams are
and
different.
moving to the next team, we're gonna go with the Mumbai Indians. So you got Rohit Sharma, Ashish's favorite player, Rohit Sharma, Cameron Green, the one of the most expensive buys of the season, Surya Kumar Yadav, the utility stroke player, 360 degrees, Mr.
Utility नहीं
360.
है उन्हें just
Relatively,
ball
matlab,
ball
yeah. In
shots
terms of
चाहिए.
batting, in terms of batting, I'm
Mhm.
saying like everything he can do in batting. He can play tuk tuk if he wants to. He can play smash if he wants to. Ishan Kishan, yes, very good player. Just recently made a double century. Tilak Verma, Tim David, Ritik Roshan वाले मारा था. Ritik Shaukin, Piyush Chawla. That's a surprise. Jai Richardson, Jofra Archer, and Jasprit Bumrah.
The
Death bowling
reason
sorted है आपका.
Piyush Chawla is there is they don't have that many leg spinners. That is the reason Piyush Chawla is there. And I'm surprised they
Hmm.
didn't go for a Markandeya
Arjun
again or the
Tendulkar.
Adam Zampa. Maybe Zampa they didn't go because they have already so many foreign players. So on the
Hmm.
bench right now is Stubbs and Deval Brevis. So if you want to play them, either it's a straight swap for with Green or Tim David, or the other option is that you bench Jai Richardson, you play Arshad Khan. Was it Arshad Khan?
Yeah, yeah,
The
Arshad Khan, Arshad Khan.
Yeah, left arm medium bowler. You can play him, and then you can bring in a Stubbs or a thing for someone else like a Ritik Shokin or something like that. So that's your option. If you want to play Stubbs or Deval Brevis, I would like to see them. Cameron Green, the reason why, he's there instead of ahead of Deval Brevis and Stubbs is because he's an all rounder. I know Stubbs can
Mm.
bowl, especially spin. So Stubbs might be useful towards the end of the season, but
And
Cameron Green, because you picked him with so much, I just don't see him on the bench. वो भी
yeah,
रहता factor
100%.
है, इतना पैसा दे रहे तो फिर
Paisa
bench पे
apna
क्यों
dala,
डालेंगे?
yeah, of course. Yeah,
Personally,
yeah,
I would
100%.
love to see Stubbs. I'm a huge fan. Devon Brevis, I'm a huge fan of him even more. I've seen Brevis in that under 19 World Cup. Even before that, he's outstanding player. Lekin, because of the dynamics and everything and what you paid in the auction and what the availability you have, you might just go with this kind of thing. Tilak Verma had a very good season last year. He is from Hyderabad, the very talented left-hand batsman. You saw him at one down, two down, I think, but I've just put him number 5 here. I just feel that initially, because you have Cameron Green, you'll try him opening, but you can always take out Green, bring in Stubbs in the more middle order, and shift Ishan Kishan back to opening and Tilak Verma at 1 or at 3 or 4, basically.
Yeah. Off spinner to hai, and kind Tim David bowls off break. He's bowling in the BBL as well.
Yeah.
Uh, on the bench, if you see, it's Akash Madhwal, Arjun Tendulkar hai, who can
Yeah.
bowl obviously. And then you've got Tilak
Oh,
Verma, you've got Ramandeep Singh, and yeah, Kumar Kartikeya Singh, who's also another off spinner. So they've got off spin, but yeah, leg spin ka thoda bahut, you're right. They might be, but yeah, Piyush
you
Chawla is
can
there to
you can bring
filling that
Arjun Tendulkar in now for Cameron Green as your all-round option, and then take out Hrithik Shokin and bring in like a
प्रॉब्ली
Stubbs.
अर्जुन प्रॉब्ली अर्जुन के बाहर है तो क्या है कि बट अर्जुन अभी वो लेवल पे नहीं है कि कैमरन ग्रीन को रिप्लेस करे.
All rounder. It's all about the system you want to play. If you want to play an Indian all rounder, that's your thing. You bought him in the auction. I mean, not you. They bought him in the auction. So अगर आप खिलाओ फिर क्या वो
है
रिले
वो तो पॉइंट
पब्लिक
है.
अगर 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 फॉर एग्जांपल कैमरन ग्रीन नहीं चल रहा और आपको ऑलराउंडर होना है इंडियन तो फिर आपका ऑप्शन है वहां पे उतना ही बोल रहा हूँ मैं आप उसको
बट
खिला
वही है
दो
ना भाई, द पॉइंट ऑफ ब्रिंगिंग अ कैमरन ग्रीन वाज टू फिल द शूज ऑफ बिग पोलार्ड. सो वो एक चीज है कि यार
It will be
कैमरन
difficult
ग्रीन.
though, bro. There's two things to it. I'll tell you why. One is experience. He's played one series, a very short series in India, so lack of experience in Indian conditions. Another thing is pressure of a price tag. We've seen bade player get into pressure when they've gone for big bucks, right?
Yeah, like Fernando Torres to Chelsea, just wanted to
Yeah,
say that.
even Jagab Unatkat, when after Pune he went to I think Rajasthan or somewhere, he got smashed, bro. So
Yeah.
like the price tag pressure doesn't help. So I'm not sure if he can live to Pollard's expectations right now, but he has the potential definitely. Tall lad, very strong, and
Good in
a
the
good
field. Like
bowler
keep
as well.
saying
He's
that
a good
because
shoulder.
he got like 6 catches in that South Africa test, man. So yeah, he was splendid
Cameron
in the
Green
field.
तो potential तो है उसमें. Now that middle order, if I'm looking at it, is probably one of the best, man. From top to
Yeah.
middle actually. Until Tim David, that batting is outstanding. Like now it depends on Rohit Sharma, उन्हें कैसा खेलेगा, कैसा नहीं खेलेगा. Then Cameron Green, if he smashes it, Surya Kumar can smash it, Ishan Kishan, Tilak Verma, Tim David, इन लोग सब फोड़ के रख सकते हैं. Pollard place cannot be filled. Look, I
100%.
mean, I know Pollard has been a legend. Punter is a huge Mumbai Indians fan, so
Hmm.
I understand he's feeling the pain. Lekin, that's the best possible replacement you could get. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? Of course, Ben Stokes, but Ben Stokes was not going to give you the next 10 years. Cameron Green can give you the next 10 years. You've got an all
Yeah.
rounder who can open the batting, who can bat in the middle order if needed, and who can give you 4 overs.
Hmm.
तो you've got the second best. Pollard तो उन्हें वापस तो नहीं आएगा. So आपको you have to look at ऑप्शंस. आपके बड़े फैन हो गया. Hi everyone, big fan from Canada.
कनाडा या पंजाब.
He's from Punjab, Chandigarh, the witch. He lives in
आपके
Canada.
बातें
Million of बड़े
दिल में
बड़े
आती
fan
है, समझ में नहीं आती है. वो तो सही है भाई, दिल में भी समझ में नहीं आती. That is the thing, it gives heart attack to the person. But
हैं.
yeah, so moving along to the next team.
You
If you
you think this is a strong team though, Mumbai Indians?
sorry.
Oh, oh, snap! Oh, कहाँ चले यार?
नहीं नहीं, आप asking about, yes, it's a strong team on paper. अगर डेथ bowling भी है, बैटिंग भी दबा के है, फील्डिंग भी जबरदस्त है. अगर मैं देख रहा हूँ, they've got good fielders. Surya Kumar Yadav, sorry, I wanted to ask you, Surya Kumar Yadav, what are you predicting for this guy? Is he gonna be the player of the season?
No, the player of the season is in
Oh,
the next
Ben
team.
Stokes.
Bro. My man,
Oh,
he's a wizard,
oh,
mate. You know,
Mayank Agarwal.
so yeah, this is I don't I think Punter just joined us. This is what we discussed, Brevis and Tristan Stubbs. So what you can do first, if you can just take me back to that team, I'm sorry. But basically, what you can do is for them, you can take out Jai Richardson, bring in Arshad Khan as your Indian bowler, and then take out a Ritik Shokeen or whatever, and bring in a Stubbs or a Brevis. So that is the option. The reason why I put Cameron Green there, I mean, I got most of these, all these teams except for the Mumbai team is from Cricket 4. But the reason why this guy is in the Cameron Green is because he's worth 17.5 and he gives you ball and bat. But Stubbs and Brevis, I would love to see them. But that's your
Yeah.
option. If you want to bring them in, you drop Jai Richardson and you bring one of them in. Now, are you confident in someone like Arshad Khan? Are you confident in your Indian bowling? Because apart from Bumrah, I don't see many Indian options in terms
Indian
of bowling.
options.
I mean, Punter, you're a Mumbai
100%.
fan, so you can tell us better. Will you play Piyush or the young spinner? I would go with either. It doesn't really make a difference. I need a leg spinner, so whoever you probably go with Piyush in the beginning
Piyush
because he
can bat
has.
also, right? Piyush can bat
Yeah,
also in the.
he's what is he 40 or he's a bit younger than Mishra?
I think he's younger. He's definitely younger than Mishra, I think. Not that I'm
So
saying any Mishra looked old, but I'm just saying.
Travis and Stubbs can, yeah, I mentioned that Stubbs can bowl off spin. So as the tournament progresses, Stubbs will be your option, and you can replace him with Cameron Green. That's an option. Like
Piyush
initially,
Chawla is 30. Piyush Chawla is 34, so he has a lot of time.
no way he's 34,
Yeah,
bro.
he's
That's
34.
Virat
Yeah,
Kohli's age.
yeah.
Bhai, fitness
And
ka
you see fit.
kamal.
फिर
So yeah, impact player rule will be good as well. The only problem I have with this impact player is
foreign.
that foreign को नहीं कर सकते. नहीं तो ये team तो खतरनाक सबको ठोक डालते हैं. Any team, like it would have really favored any team. Uh, I'm not saying bring a fifth foreigner. You keep four on the field at a time. You replace one foreigner with another foreigner. भाई आप खाली Indian को कर सकते हैं. मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया. Damn, he's younger than me. Lol. Yeah, man, I did not know that. So yeah, I started with Piyush Chawla Punter. I think just because उन्हें आप experience है उसके पास उन्हें खेल चुका है IPL उसको अंदाजा है. I want a leg spinner in the team, someone who can get wickets. So I'll go Piyush Chawla, and then you can try the young leggy later. Again, with Stubbs or Brevis, either of them for me walk into the team. Because you already have Tim David, who's your smasher and can bowl off spin. So just to get Green in, who's also a hitter but bowls medium pace. So that's the variety you have. That's just my opinion, but I don't mind if you get any of the two. And it's difficult, man, to like when you have so many options in the bench. Yeah, क्या बात है?
जब से वापस जा रहे मुंबई मुंबई से गुजरात चले गए फाइनली आ गए
क्या
अपने गलियों में आ गए हैदराबाद में मैं
मैं
मजाक
उन्हीं
नहीं कर रहा हूँ
गलियों
when this graphic was being made when Adil Rashid was being typed in this team गलती से राशिद खान टाइप कर दिया था मैं इतने
Rashid.
but yeah but
We've seen
राशिद
that
रशीद
name
बन के आ चुका है
before, bro. So
yeah
we've got an upgrade on Rashid Khan, we've got an upgrade on Kane Williamson, we've got an upgrade on Nicholas Pooran. We winning this, bro. We winning this, mate. You know what I mean, bro?
bro
क्या team है?
that bowling देखो भाई Natarajan and Umran Malik gonna be the in it.
मियाँ
Okay,
मियाँ मियाँ भाई.
coming from the top, Abhishek Sharma, Mayank Agarwal, is he going to
Coming
be
from
the
the
captain or
top.
not? Rahul Tripathi,
Kalin भैया नाम है. क्या नाम है?
Mirzapur, Kalin
Yeah.
Bhaiya, Aiden Markram, Harry
He's a
Brook,
wizard.
yeah, Glenn Phillips, he's
Glenn
another,
Phillips comes on to what song? Which song does he come on to bat?
John Cena, is he the one? Yeah, John Cena था नहीं चाह.
Then
Washington Sundar, Rashid, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, the most experienced bowler probably in the IPL right now, Natarajan and Umran Malik. Yeah, Mustafa bhai, go for it, bro. Your team,
winning the
how
league,
excited
bro.
I,
Winning the
yeah,
league, man.
yeah.
So if I look at the team, I think just the bowling, the death bowling, I'm a bit concerned. Umran Malik is a very quick bowler, inexperienced. They can use his pace. Bhuvneshwar Kumar has passed his prime. I'll be very honest with you. Again, death has been an issue with him with India as well. So I'm a bit concerned about the death bowling. Your option is you could swap Jansen and Adil Rashid. It depends horses for courses. If you're playing in a turning pitch, you go with Rashid. If you're playing somewhere where there's grass and thing on the pitch, then you can go Marco Jansen. But again,
Fazal
Marco,
Haq Faruqi is also there in this team, just to
yeah, but Fazlul Faruq is in trouble right now. That's why
yeah.
we went.
Australia में जो trouble है, I don't think India में trouble होगा, but yeah, it's interesting to
I
see
don't
if
know
we
what's
get a
going on.
chance. और वहाँ
No,
पे अगर
उन्हें
एक
भी
slot हम्म।
फजल हक जो है उन्हें भी मैं देखा पाकिस्तान के अगेंस्ट, उन्हें उसको नसीम शाह मारा था, उसको 2 छक्के याद है एशिया कप में।
या
फिर
या
कहीं कोई और एक गेम में टी20 वर्ल्ड कप में कोई मारा था उसको, तो लाइक थोड़ा डेथ में इशू है बोल रहा हूँ मैं। ही इज अमेजिंग विद द न्यू बॉल, डेथ में थोड़ा इशू है। लेट मी जस्ट टेक अ फ्यू क्वेश्चंस हियर। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, हु इज द कैप्टन? दे हैवंट अनाउंस्ड yet. When they announce, I will tell you. But if
I
you're
think
asking,
I think it'll be mostly Bhuvaneshwar Kumar because of experience and वो इज्जत दे
I
देंगे
would
बड़े
go.
बड़े.
I would go Aiden Markram, man, because he's young. He's captain the South Africa under 19, and let's go risky business, prof. Why not? Klassen would be preferred as wicketkeeper, as Phillips doesn't keep wicket regularly, or they could go with Indian wicketkeeper. They but look, that's a very good point. But just for the balance of the team, initially go with Phillips as keeper. I know Phillips is an outstanding fielder. Keeping wise, you're correct, Ibrahim Bhai. I agree with that. But just it looks too good, man. This middle order. I don't want to disturb it right now. And then you have Klassen as an option. Agar Phillips is not performing, agar unhe Indian conditions mein utna impressive nahi hai, then you can drop him and bring in Klassen. And the good thing about this team is really young, bro. I think Bhuvaneshwar is the oldest in this team, if I'm not
Oldest.
mistaken. Ayushi probably. But
Yeah.
they're in their 32, 33, early 30s. The rest are in their 20s. Very, very young team. Harry Brook, man, 23 years old. Abhishek Sharma is 2021. Umran Malik is 22, 23. Very young team. So I'm hoping that they field well as well. Some very good fielders there. And overall, it looks a very good team. But again, yeah, Natarajan fitness, I don't know what his fitness is going to be. I'm a bit worried. They have Karthik Tyagi, so he's an option as well. If you're going to play that impact player, you could always bring in Tyagi for that extra in the depth. I remember for Rajasthan against Punjab, was it? He bowled a crazy death over where he defended 2 runs of 4 balls or something
You
like that.
have in this team also, Mustafa, you have Akil Hussain who's there on the bench. You have Markande you have on the bench.
Yeah.
You have Virender Sehwag's nephew on the bench, Mayank Dagar. You have who else? Yeah,
Jagger.
Nitish Kumar Reddy. Yeah, and
Vivrant also
Shamrat
there.
Vyas, Vivrant Sharma is also there. Yeah,
Vivrant
quite a
Sharma
lot
from
of
Jammu
people.
Kashmir, he's also there.
Mm.
So you have a lot of Indian options. They always back young players, whether it was Priyam Garg or now Abhishek Sharma, and now they have Vivrant and these guys. They always back young Indian players. So let's see if they get the opportunity. Why was Suchit not retained? I think they wanted a leg spinner probably, and like two. They got
Mayank
Markande,
Markande, yeah.
and I know Suchit. Like, he had one really really good match. Apart from that, he was not, and he got Virat Kohli
Effective.
out once. I don't mind if he went, man. You have the you have options now. You have Markande, you have Adil
ये
Rashid.
देख रहे हैं आप कमेंट. भूवी पिंडा कुछ नहीं करता हर साल की तरह इस्माइल भाई की टीम को सब खुदल खुदल के. एक्सक्यूज मी, इस्माइल भाई टीम स्टिल हैज मोर देन पंजाब एवर विल. So yes, Ashish bhai.
How many trophies do we have, bro? You got a couple of trophies in Old City right now, huh? Ismail भाई
Exactly.
के कबड़ में दो तीन है, दो ट्रॉफियां तो है. एक दो
Yeah.
दो वो भी दो दो अलग टीम से. That's historic. Name
और
me a
फर्स्ट
city.
इंटरनेशनल में भी मारे हम लोग. इंडिया में भी मारे तो घर की
name
मुर्गी
me,
दाल.
guys,
हाँ.
name me one city who's won trophy with two different teams.
No one bro except Hyderabad.
भूख उठ गई.
पहले था तुम बॉल डालोगे.
उसको
हाँ हाँ.
मारते हैं, बहुत मार रहे हैं आजकल उधर डेथ ओवर्स में कुछ करना पड़ेगा है टीम को. नटराजन इफ ही इज फिट ही विल बोल डेथ. अब उसके साथ कार्तिक त्यागी दे कैन ब्रिंग एस इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर, ही कैन बोल इन द डेथ. उमरान मलिक आई डोंट नो हाउ ही इज गोना बोल इन द डेथ.
Yeah, you made Karthik a Portuguese Thiago बोल के. खैर एक सेकंड को बोला स्पेनिश कौन आ गया, ये कार्तिक थियागो बोल के बोला ये कौन है भाई, ऊपर का पैर दिख रहा.
¿Cómo
But yeah,
estás? Muy bien.
yeah, but quite an interesting team. Yeah, we did give away Sean Abbott. We gave away who has Williamson, Puran, and all of these guys. Puran ka to khair, I know next team that will come. I think Puran is in that team. If it is according to the slide, we'll come to know. So moving along to the next team, Mustafa. I know
We're
you
not
don't want to.
moving anywhere, bro. This is the best team on the planet. Wait 1 second. We've got an upgrade on Rashid Khan. So everyone in the chat, let me know if you agree. We have a World Cup in our day. Rashid Khan ever win the World Cup? Adil Rashid, bro. The way he bowled in that T20 World Cup, that final phase, we
Yeah.
watched that game together. How was
Oh,
the
that
BB
over.
to Babar
Those
Azam?
back-to-back overs,
कैसा
man.
पलटा है?
Damn.
इतने तो कपान थे यारो. कैसा पलटा है बोल? थोड़ा बताओ.
बाबर का यानी टू मच था वो. मैं नहीं यार, like I'm just saying Harry Brook भी है अपने पास. He also won the World Cup. So we have a lot of talent. I mean, I know जितने भी हमारे को देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे, मतलब बोल रहे क्या हैदराबादी का कर दिया ये, बट भाई हम ना हैदराबादी
मगर
है
एक
और हम
तो तुम्हारे हिसाब से do you think this is temporary form or do you think these guys will perform? I saw a tweet, कोई बोला था ये पाकिस्तान को ठोकने के पैसे है ये मतलब
या
most of the runs and wickets are
नहीं,
being
अपने
given.
चार्ट में ही बोले थे, अपने चार्ट में राहिब भाई बोले
अच्छा
थे
हाँ प्ले साइड में बोले थे,
कि
हाँ मैं
ये
कहीं पढ़ा
पाकिस्तान को
था.
मारने का गिफ्ट था ये पाकिस्तान को पेलने का, ये था वर्ड्स.
हाँ पहले
बट
का.
हैदराबाद एज ऑलवेज मुस्तफा, आई थिंक दिस टीम इज द सेम एज वी सी द होल पहले के भी टीम. ऑन देयर डे दे कैन किल एनीवन, बट इन ऑन देयर डे इफ दे डोंट वर्क देन खलास. दिस इज ऑलवेज
I'm
हैदराबाद
worried
स्टोरी.
about again. I'm worried about the bowling. That's because Sunrisers they pride themselves on bowling in the past, and they've had outstanding bowlers. But the guy who won them the
We
trophy,
also
like
have Abdul Samad, bro, in the middle. We can get him to bowl as well.
yeah, batting.
But
I don't think
yeah, effective.
one thing they've done though, they've gone thoda sa different. They've actually stacked their batting. If you notice, the
Yeah.
middle order was always an issue. पहले Warner, Best, Williamson. उसके बाद कोई batting नहीं रहती थी.
Hmm.
मनीष पांडे आके सो जाते थे पिच पे पूरा कंबल वंबल लेके, मतलब जबरदस्त कैंपिंग करते थे 2 महीने IPL में. लेकिन now they
Yeah.
have a very good middle order. That 3, 4, 5, 6 is,
Hmm.
and then you have Washington Sundar who can also smash it. Adil Rashid can hit a few. So yeah, Adil Rashid never bought earlier, which is a surprise. It was an extremely big surprise. He's a great buy. I don't know why him and Zampa, like why people struggle to buy them. Like Adil Rashid is actually now he's going to get older. Like he's already 33. I don't know how many years he has of him. Just but the last 2 years have been great for him. So he should have been picked last year as well. That's what I feel.
Yeah, 100%. Adar Rashid has proved himself in the T20, and rightfully he's got his
World
turn
Cup
and
winner. कैसे
and
थे
in the
fitness?
yeah, बेहतरीन थे यारो. कैसा कैसा बाबर को फिराया, बाबर की टी-शर्ट
And
पलट गई.
one thing first I'll say, we're back in Uppal, baby, the fortress, right,
Yeah,
at the
Rajiv
Rajiv Gandhi.
Gandhi.
So I
Yeah,
think over there, you probably know more. You've been to the stadium more than me, and I've been a couple times. Lekin, as the season progresses, it suits spin. It becomes a bit
suits
slow.
me. Yeah,
130,
it becomes
140
turning. Yeah, and
right?
पलटता बॉल बहुत ज्यादा पलटता. I think काफी.
Yeah.
हाँ, मैं बाबर पलट गया जी, मैं कहाँ पलटूं. तो वैसा है कि भाई डेफिनेटली इट विल बी अ वेरी अमेजिंग होम टू स्पिनर्स. Obviously थोड़ा फास्ट बॉलिंग को पीट देते, because I remember there was an innings I saw live which was David Miller and he smashed us, man. Like पंजाब में जब था उन्हें, मैं मुंडा फोड़ दिया था. जब बैट की आवाज आई थिंक 6 किलोमीटर दूर रोड पे सुना आ रही थी, टॉक मार रहा था. मैं जल्दी चले गया था, रो लेते गया था, आंखों में से आंसू चले गए थे. But yeah, like still Ashish bhai, if you come at me with that, we still have a trophy. So yeah. Moving
Yeah.
on to the next team, Mustafa's most annoyed team at the auction because they bought Nicholas Puran for a staggering 16 lakhs
I'm
and
not, I'm
16
not
crores.
annoyed.
Yeah,
I can't believe it. I'll just take this comment. Abhishek Sharma and Markram can bowl if needed. They can use impact player for a
yes,
pacer instead of spinner. Yes, so Karthik Tyagi can come in or another pacer can come in. I'm just pissed off that the foreign player can't come in. Otherwise, it'd be perfect, man. You could bring in
yeah,
Janssen for a batsman. You could have done something like that. But yeah,
yeah.
bro, Nicholas Puran 16 crore. Because
People in the chat, let us know what do you think about Nicholas Puran and his comeback.
he's a bad
I don't
boy,
know
man.
how he get.
What a guy, bro.
How
Gangster,
does
man.
he always get
He's a
that much money,
gangster,
man?
bro. Respect. एक तो छक्के कड़क मारता है उन्हें, उसके बाद पैसा पैसा, bro. This guy he's a G, man. I have respect for him. Bro, he's just like इतना talent है उसमें, consistency zero है, लेकिन पैसे तो नहीं छोड़ता मेरा भाई.
Yeah, coming to the team, KL, KL Rahul, Quinton de Kock, Nicholas Puran, Deepak. Who would have the legend fielder? Ayush Badoni, Marcos Stoinis, a good pick. If he gets fit from COVID and all, he'll be dangerous. Krunal Pandya, Hardik का भाई करके आया कि नहीं आया?
भाई
नहीं, if he
को
comes back, if he comes back, हाँ, if he comes back recovered.
कहाँ भेज दे रहे उसको, कहाँ भेज दे रहे?
कोविड में है अभी, कोविड से निकल के आएगा.
इफ
तो
कहीं को बोल रहे, आ जाता इंशाल्लाह.
हाँ भाई, मैं थोड़ी प्रेडिक्ट कर सकता हूँ. कल कृणल पांड्या, मार्क वुड, रवि बिश्नोई, आवेश खान जो कभी दिखते नहीं बट इसमें है, एंड मोहसिन खान. या मुस्तफा भाई,
if this is the team they're going to play, if all of these guys are fit, this is a very good team. The biggest mistake they did, they got Puran instead of getting Ben Stokes. That's a huge mistake. Like you paid 2.5 more and you get Ben. Not what is it? 16 crore में इन्हें गया, इन्हें 16.25. तो वो जो
0.5, yeah.
0.5, 0.25 अगर डाल दिए तो आपको Stokes मिल जाता था. That's a huge mistake because an all-rounder would have fit perfectly in this team. It would have added more and it would have been perfect. You already have a wicket-keeper batsman, भैया मैं क्या करूं? Or even get a middle-order batsman. जो भी है उसको भी रूसो को ले लेते. रूसो को 2 crore में ले लेते. It would have been a better option because you already have a. It's not even look form. He hasn't proven anything to make that money. That's number one, right? He hasn't shown consistency in the IPL. He hasn't shown.
Hmm.
He's just stripped down from West Indies captain. He didn't have a good World Cup. And
Hmm.
you already have a wicket-keeping batsman, Quinton de Kock.
Yeah, this is a very important point that Ibrahim Bhai makes. 4, 5, 6, and 7 all can bowl, man. That is
Yeah,
100% right. And then 8 तो
yeah.
bowler ही है. But yeah, बहुत ज़्यादा bowling है इसमें. अगर अपन डेथ में देख रहे हैं मुस्तफा, who do you go for in that bowling, man?
Bro, my man right there, Mark Wood, World Cup
Mark
winner.
Wood, yeah, yeah,
Marquardt and
Mark
Mohsin
Wood.
Khan. Mohsin Khan, bro, last year he was outstanding, very impressive. For me, he was one of the best Indian bowlers. Him and Umran Malik both really impressed me. He's very quick left arm and fast bowler. He had a chance to make it to the Indian team. I don't think he played for India yet. So watch out. I think he'll have a good IPL. Avesh Khan, again, we didn't see him since he got sick that time. He hasn't come back.
Yeah, but he is playing a lot of first class cricket. अच्छा खासा ही डाल दे रहा. काफी विकेट्स ले रहा है उधर उधर. But yeah, I mean मार्कवुड का एक फैक्टर है यहाँ पे जो लोग
Injury.
काफी बोले हैं अपने को, इंजरी का प्रॉब्लम है. अगर मार्कवुड इंजर हुआ तो बहुत बुरा हो जाएगा उनके लिए.
और कौन है ऑप्शंस फॉरेन बॉलर्स में? इन लोगों के पास किसी को लिए थे शायद, नहीं?
स्टोइनस है. स्टोइनस बॉलिंग करता
नहीं
है.
नहीं, बेंच पे.
बेंच पे अगर मैं देख रहा हूँ लखनऊ की टीम, एक मिनट, उनटकट है, जयदेव उनटकट विल इंडियन है. और कौन है भाई? डैनियल सैम्स है, बट आई थिंक इज डैनियल
चमीरा को
सैम्स.
नहीं लिया शायद, बट आई डोंट थिंक दे गॉट चमीरा. दे हैड.
प्रेरक मनकड है. दे गेव अवे जेसन होल्डर इफ यू रिमेंबर.
या,
स्वप्निल सिंह.
so that's why they
अनिश.
didn't replace Holder, man. उसको स्टोक्स को ले लेना था या किसी को ऑलराउंडर
नवीन
को.
उल हक है, बट इज अ स्पिनर. अगेन नवीन उल हक इज अ स्पिनर.
They don't have Chamira, right? Last year they had Chamira, but
Yeah, they have Yudhvir Charak as well, but again, nahi, yeah, they
Mohsin
don't.
Khan, very impressive. This team looks a very bad side. No, I don't think it looks bad. It looks good. It's just they spent too much on Puran. If you look at it, the middle order is decent. Badoni, it depends on kaisa rehta. Yeah, Ibrahim Bhai Singh, they released Chamira. So they don't have Chamira. So that's the problem. Mark Wood ka replacement shayad nahi rahega.
Andrew Ty, Chamira, Evan Lewis, Jason Holder, Manish Pandey, Shabaz Namin, and Ankit Singh. Yeah, these are the players.
Manish Pandey को फिर से लिए नहीं, रिलीज
नहीं
करे.
released. मनीष पांडे दिल्ली गया ना भाई.
A balanced side, yeah, they do look a balanced side because I think Ibrahim Bhai also mentioned that 4, 5, 6, 7 can bat and bowl, so that they have stability. Even last year I was surprised they didn't reach the final. They came number 3, but for me on paper Lucknow looked the best team right now. I wouldn't say best team because थोड़ा सा मेरे को जैसा दिख रहा है अगर injuries अगर हुए या कुछ ना कुछ हुआ तो it will be difficult. But if this team plays, they can beat anyone. I think it looks a very good team. It depends हमारे KL राहुल भाई क्या करते हैं प्रेशर में जब आते हैं. Quinton de Kock strike rate issue रहता. I think Quinton still is much better than KL Rahul in terms of strike rate. लेकिन जब बॉल पुराना होता, you've seen them both slow down.
They also have Kyle Myers. I forgot to mention this. They have Kyle Myers who can bat and bowl.
Ooh, bro, that guy is great.
They have Manan. They have Manan Mohra, Ayush Padoni, Karan Sharma, Krishnappa Gautam, Deepak Hooda to Bolcha, Mayank Yadav, yeah, and Ravi Vishnu is also there. So yeah, they have Kyle Myers is a big hitter as well, man.
Yeah, Kyle Myers can open the batting, open the bowling. So he's a very, very good hero. So, okay, they have him. You could drop Puran and play him at times and then play India.
That is the replacement of Jason Holder most probably than Kyle Myers.
Yeah, but then still, man, like you have 2 wicket-keeping batsmen. Let's see. I hope for Puran that he has a good season because I really like him as a player, but no consistency at all here.
I think like what Punter said, it's a very balanced team, but yeah, subject to I think they would really need a few people to really stand out throughout the season. That's Mark Wood.
No,
Hopefully,
I think
अगर निकोलस पुरन अगर 16 करोड़ पे निकोलस पुरन का वैल्यू में आ गया भाई, फिर गेम चेंजर है वो.
मगर आपके हिसाब से क्या होना वो वैल्यू आने के लिए 16 crores? What do you does he have to do? He has to score 50 every game, right?
Yeah, apart from that, yeah, that's it. And but अगर इसको इन्हें fielding भी कर लेता है, if he's not a keeper, he can field in like normal fielding भी कर लेता है.
लेकिन क्या है वो?
उतना फर्क है. नॉर्मल बैट्समैन कैसे ले लेना पड़ेगा उसको?
आजकल बॉलिंग भी कर रहा है उन्हें, लाइक सनराइजर्स में भी डाला शायद 1-2 ओवर.
या डाल के है उन्हें ओवर्स.
Yeah, तो I'm not sure.
Yeah, थोड़ी बहुत confusing side है, but yeah, bench भी है, Kyle Myers है, there are a lot of people that are not there on this sheet on the predicted 11s, but yeah, they definitely have an okay bench. And Nehra has been a good coach. We've seen him bring them third with the.
Nehra's Gujarat. He's not Lucknow.
Sorry, who's Lucknow? Gambhir. Yeah, Gambhir. Sorry, my bad. Call him. तो
Yeah,
गौतम
I
को
mean,
अलविदा.
they bought well in the auction the first time, so they still have a settled team. It's just a couple of things they could have done better. They didn't need to pay 16 crores for Puran, man. They should have done much
Gautam.
better, and that might come to bite them in the butt.
Coming to the RRs, bro. The
Jason
Josh
Holder यहाँ आ गया.
Butler. हाँ, जेसन होल्डर
Jason
यहीं
Holder
थे.
यहाँ आ गया.
हाँ, यहाँ आ गया. तो जॉश बटलर, यशस्वी जायसवाल, संजू सैमसन, hopefully he gets to play, which he will. I know I'm keep saying that same joke. David Padikkal, a very good opener. I like his batting. I love his shot selection. Sherman Hetmier, Ryan Parag, Jason Holder, Ravi Chandra Ashwin, Prasidh Krishna, Yuzendra Chahal, and Trent Bolt, mate. What are your thoughts on this?
Finalists of last year, impressive team again. A lot will rely on Josh Butler. I think again, if he had a stellar season, he's the one who took them to the finals. Unfortunately, they couldn't cross the line. But Josh Butler, he's my favorite batsman. Like I think he's the best batsman in T20 cricket. So if he can produce a similar type of form, it's very, very difficult to replicate what he did last time. He scored so many hundreds. But I want to see Sanju Samson be consistent now, because like yes, a lot of people want him in the team and everything. Extremely talented, he has all the shots, but उन्हें एक दो हर सीजन में एक दो बड़े innings रहते उसके बाद उन्हें सो जाता है. Like he doesn't, the consistency is not there. So I want him to score more 50s. I want at least 4 50s from him and like 100, like let's say 5 big innings from Sanju Samson, because I think he has that ability. Issue that I have with the particle in the middle order. This guy, even for RCB when he used to open, he used to slow down after the power play. So I'm a bit concerned कि भाई उन्हें middle order में will he be able to utilize it? Will he be able to rotate the strike? I know he's better in the power play, but you already have Jaiswal there. So again,
Maybe they could keep him like I know of T20 में anchor role नहीं रहता, but maybe he could be one who's staying there, and you have
but he
Sanju
has
and Hetmeyer around him. So yeah.
he struggles anchoring. That's what I'm saying. Rotating the strike. उन्हें dot balls बहुत खा लेता. So I don't know if he's improved on that. If he's worked on that, that would be interesting to see. Hetmeyer again, like he's been consistent at times in the IPL.
Yeah.
He's been better than Puran in the IPL, even though Puran is more talented. लेकिन अब
And
देखेंगे
expensive.
yeah. Yeah, and Parag is outstanding domestic season, but for Rajasthan, he's been very, very like
Poor, yeah.
yeah, he hasn't done much apart from against Sunrisers crazy match-winning innings. He hasn't done much for Rajasthan, so it's time for him to step up. Ashwin, Chahal, I don't know what's gonna happen, bro. You have the
Gonna be
spinners, you have
dangerous.
Zampa
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
You can always bring
Yeah.
in Zampa, take out Holder, or you could do something like that. You can always have the option of bringing in Adam
They've
Zampa.
got M Ashwin who they bought in the auction, Donovan Ferreira who they bought in that. They also bought Joe Root, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Joe Root is also in
Soft
Rajasthan Royals.
killer Joe Root. Yeah, they have Joe
Kunal
Root.
Kunal Rathore, they've got a fair few in the thing. KM Asif, M Ashwin and R Ashwin both hai. Akash Vashisht hai. Abdul PA and Joe Root was the last buy for Rajasthan. Bench पे अगर अपन released players अगर अपन देख रहे हैं, the ones who they let go of, there's Corton Island, that there's Rassi Vander Dusen, James Neesham, Daryl Mitchell, Shobham Garwal, Tejas Baroka, Anunes Singh, Corbin Bosch. So yeah, this is the squad that they let gone. Navdeep Saini भी है मुस्तफा, bowling option इन लोग के पास, पर अभी तो injured है. But yeah.
And I really like the combination of Prasidh Krishna and Trent Bolt. Trent Bolt will get those in-swingers in, and Prasidh Krishna has that raw pace. He can trouble batsmen. He had some good spells last time. Who is then Jason Holder is your third seamer, man. So that's a pretty good team. I mean, it's decent all round. Like Punter said, if Butler gets injured, that will be a bit of an issue, I think. Of course, it will be a very big issue. But you mentioned Daryl Mitchell is there. You mentioned a couple other players, Neesham. They have players, but
No, they
Butler,
released Daryl Mitchell and Neesham. That's not okay. Corton Isle also they released. That was a big
कौन है
miss, I think.
बेंच पे कौन है फॉरेन
Bench पे अगर अपन देख रहे foreign, Obed McCoy, is he a foreigner? Yeah, Obed McCoy is
yeah
there. Who else is there? Joe Root is there. Yeah, apart from them, there's someone else.
I mean Root is a decent T20 bat, but yeah, he's not no Josh Butler. 4 openers last season, 4 leg spinners this season. Ashwin bowls more leg spin in IPL. Yeah, that's true. He bowls a lot of leg spin. But I don't know Ashwin के साथ क्या होगा, कैसा perform करेगा. अभी तो he's disappointing me right now in the test matches. But let's see what happens with Ashwin in the T20. But they have Chahal there, right? Chahal is your leg spinner, wicket taker. Although he's having a poor Ranchi right now, he is always Zampa and Ferreira on the bench. Yeah, Zampa, I think is someone they'll have to try and utilize. I don't know where they will though. Who will they drop? Would you drop a Hetmeyer, bring an Indian batsman? I don't know how you do it. Like Zampa can win you a championship. with this team, because this team is not like if Josh Butler is smashing, Sanju Samson is smashing, Jaiswal and Padikkal contribute, Hetmeyer contributes, then you have someone like a Zampa. He'll get you wickets in
Hmm.
every game. I think every single game he'll get you. He's your wicket taking option. If he's not going for
Yeah.
runs, if he's not getting wickets, he won't go for that many runs. He's a very very smart bowler. Indian conditions, he'll be even more lethal. मेरे हिसाब से.
Moving along to Delhi with Rishabh Pant. अल्लाह विचा फर्स्ट टीम देखे फर्स्ट प्लेयर देखा तो दिल दर्द देता है ऑब्वियसली बिकॉज हमारा कप्तान था हमारा पठा था हमारा टॉलीवुड का स्टार था so David Warner next player is Mustafa's favorite player if people don't know who are watching us and who watches this is Mustafa's most favorite and
Even
potential
Ashish left him, Prithvi.
yeah Prithvi Shaw Mitch Marsh Riley Russo oof Rishabh Pant Sarfaraz नहीं
ये
मानेगा
मगर एक
Sarfaraz
खेलेगा
Khan
उसमें से, तुम दोनों को ले लिए, एक
या
खेलेगा या.
आई मीन आई एम जस्ट हाँ अभी तो से पढ़ रहा हूँ तो डिस्कशन भी
हाँ
कर रहा
बोलो.
हूँ थोड़ा थोड़ा क्रोनोलॉजी समझिए सरफराज खान रोबमन पावल अक्षर पटेल कुलदीप यादव दिस इज द कुलदीप यादव हु वाज सैट डाउन अनफॉर्चुनेटली चेतन सकारिया मुस्तफिजुर फिज एंड्रे नोखिया एंड कमलेश नगर के I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that.
I think every team they have a lot of strengths.
Nagarkoti,
There's some weaknesses
Kamlesh
in every team.
Nagarkoti, yeah.
Agar, again, looks a good team. You could do one thing. You could play both Mitchell Marsh and Riley Russo and take out Robin Powell, shift
Robin
Sarfaraz
Hall.
to six, play maybe
Hmm.
Marsh at three, Russo at five. That's a possibility. You could do that. That's an option. Even though they both like batting one down, you can do something like that because Mitchell Marsh will bowl as well.
Also, they have Ishan Sharma in this team, if you don't remember.
Ishant Sharma saying there should be Lungi, but who will you bring in? Who would you take out? Because I would, if you're taking out Robin Powell, that's an option. But I would, if I'm taking Robin Powell, I'll play both Russo and Mitchell Marsh. I wouldn't play NGD. But then again, Mitchell Marsh is not fully fit all the time, so you might just have that option of bringing in NGD. That's my Lungi gets a lot of wickets. I know he gets a lot of wickets, like I can't drop and Nokia, bro. Nokia is quick, and then you have
Yeah.
Mustafiz, who's also in very good form. He's played well against India. He can be economical. You have a lot of options. And Gidi again, man, I don't know. Like it depends on the conditions. I've seen him get smashed around as well. Was it the
Hmm.
recent series in India? He got hit a bit as well. So I'm not sure about Lungi and Gidi. He's an option. You have that backup if Nokia or Mustafiz get injured. You always have Ngidi, so they have good options backup. Chetan Sakaria, again, I'm not sure. Him and Nagarkoti, a bit inexperienced. Will they be able to handle it at the death overs? Will they be able to handle it in the power play? That's something that I will look forward to seeing. But Kuldeep and Akshar Patel, that your middle overs are sorted. If Mitchell Marsh plays, you have the extra 4 overs. So if someone gets hit, he can come and contribute.
They have in this side Phil Salt as well. They have Ishant Sharma. They have Manish Pandey.
वाह, मनीष पांडे को खिलाते तुम, ये टीम में किसको बिठाते बोलो? सरफराज को.
सरफराज नहीं मानेगा.
Actually, Ibrahim was saying something good that Khalil Ahmed in place of Sarkari depending on conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. But Khalil Ahmed for Sunrisers, he got smashed
मारा
around.
खा लेता है यार मारा
Yeah,
खाता
yeah.
है बहुत बुरे.
उन्हें है tendency to get hit. अब ये बोलो वार्नर अगर फॉर्म में नहीं है तो किसको खिलाते बोलो? अब देखो, this is not the David Warner of 3-4 years ago. He is not in form right now. अगर उन्हें नहीं चला 4-5 गेम तो उसको ड्रॉप मार
Phil
के.
Salt. Phil Salt.
Ooh, how could we not take Salt, bro? We should have taken Salt instead of thing. But the reason why they went with Klassen, I think, is because of middle order.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
बोले
Salt.
सस्ता है यार वो. He came cheaper than Klassen, man.
Yeah, but Salty will fit perfectly in this team. So they sorted for David Warner's replacement.
Bowling थोड़ी फिक्रमंद है. दो they have Nokia maybe Fizz and Nokia दोनों को खिलाना पड़ेगा शायद.
क्या
नहीं?
pronounce करे?
Nokia. थोड़े फिजोर एंड नॉर्थ को दोनों को खिलाना पड़ता लग रहा है मुझको.
वाह,
बट देन
ये
अगेन
गेंद भी दे दी उसको. दोनों
बैटिंग
को खिलाए तो फिर आपको हाँ
बैटिंग में
power
प्रॉब्लम होगा.
हाँ,
या
थोड़ा सा.
पावर.
Even Riley can play instead of Warner at the top. I mean, interesting, but I would like to see him in the
Salt.
middle-ish order and maybe a Phil Salt man. Phil Salt is someone who'll play risk-free. I mean, full of risk. He'll take risks and
टेंशन
smash.
फ्री give
Tension
tension
free.
to the
Yeah. He'll
fans.
play
Yeah.
tension-free. If Warner is not in form, they will still want a left-handed opener. They
Yeah.
can use Rousseau. That's what Punter also said.
100%. Yeah. Moving
But
along.
for us, outstanding form in domestic. Let's see if he translates that in T20 cricket.
Yeah, that is one. Yeah, सरफराज काफी टाइम से खेल रहा है बट बेचारे को खाली अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिली.
They're missing Rabada, bro.
Yeah. Oh, Ashish bhai, Ashish bhai, digga 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 digga. Brrrra. शिखर धवन, जॉनी बेयरस्टो, लिam लिविंगस्टन, अभी तो जितेश शर्मा, शाहरुख खान, प्रभ सिमरन सिंह, सैम करन, ऋषि धवन, राज बावा, किसके बावा, राज बावा, हरप्रीत ब्रार, राहुल चहार, Kagiso Rabada, and Arshdeep Singh, and they have Sikandar Raza on the bench.
So I said this is one of the strongest teams, but I see a weakness there straight away. There's an issue with that middle order after Livingston. There's an issue there. Jitesh Sharma had a very good season last time. Him, Shah Rukh Khan, Sam Curran, Rishi Dhawan. Are they your match winners? Are they going to win you a trophy? I don't know. Shikhar Dhawan form, a bit susceptible. Johnny, my man, is coming back from an injury. So that leaves you with Livingston and Sam Curran. Yeah, batting, man, it's not as thing. I think it's because of the form of Dhawan. If Dhawan and Bairstow, even Bairstow last year, he didn't have ridiculous innings. I think he had a better time in Sunrisers at certain times. Like, if
Yeah,
Bairstow can get back into form, him and Livingston, a
yeah,
lot will
oof.
depend on them because the batting right now, bowling is set, bro. Look at that. Sam Curran,
Yeah,
Rabada, Arshdeep. And what it does is Arshdeep and Sam Curran blow the death overs that allows Kagiso Rabada to bowl where he loves to bowl.
well,
At the top
yeah.
and in the middle overs. Usko death bowling utna nahi pasand hai. He can bowl in the death also, but he likes bowling. He can finish games for you in the 15th, 16th over. So Rabada is
Mm.
someone who will free up now. Rahul Char, very good spinner. Harpreet Brar can also bowl really well. Now the Raj Bawa, can he develop into a player? Can he improve on from last year? So he's someone that I'm going to be looking at because he can be an impact player in this team. Shah Rukh Khan has a lot of potential, hasn't lived up to it yet. So I'm not really sure about the middle order, man.
Look what Ashish is saying. He's saying you are just looking at the champion. No, we already saw Hyderabad. I
या
have an
इन्हें मेरे को
issue.
लास्ट ईयर बोला था कि इन लोग दिस इज द बेस्ट टीम व्हाट अ टीम पंजाब इज गोइंग टू विन इट 100%. भाई प्लेऑफ भी नहीं आए, भाई इनके प्लेऑफ भी नहीं आए, टॉप 4 में भी नहीं आए, समझो. हेलो फैज, मैं आपसे बात कर रहे हैं.
Yeah, सुन रहा हूँ,
टॉप
सुन
4
रहा हूँ.
में नहीं आए. क्या यार वो
Yeah,
अच्छी टीम लेके हम लोग क्या है कौन था, नहीं हरमनप्रीत नहीं, हरप्रीत और
Harpreet Singh, Jaskaran Singh, Andrew
नहीं
Simons,
और
कौन से?
कौन था वो शोएब मखसूसी. हाँ,
हम्म, yeah, Shoaib
तेलुमती
Akhtar,
कौन था, शेट्टी
Tilumati,
तेलुमती.
Suman, T
हाँ,
Suman,
हाँ, हाँ.
और कौन
तो
था
भैया
भाई,
इन लोग
गिलक्रिस्ट.
ये प्लेयर, जॉनी लिविंगस्टोन, इन लोग को लेकर प्लेऑफ नहीं पहुंचे, हम लोग ट्रॉफी उठा के चले गए.
सोचो इन लोगों को पूरा
क्या
सीजन
बात
रिवाम
है,
करने
खाली
18
पंजाब
करोड़
यार,
रुपए,
मैं तो पंजाब जीतने वाले.
18 करोड़ रुपए डालना पड़ा उन लोगों को एक प्लेयर में. हमारी
भाई
पूरी
इतनी
टीम 18 करोड़ की होंगी. वो
प्लेऑफ ही नहीं है
डीसी वाली
हमारे.
डीसी वाली पूरी टीम अभी 18 करोड़ की होंगी.
सो डीसी टीम अगेन नहीं.
Okay, so yeah,
Come on, time,
so
win it,
yeah,
bro. Win it. Come on,
uh,
time, man. What are you saying, bro?
what is saying? Johnny Bairstow, Liam Livingstone, Sam Curran and Kagiso. रजा की जगह बनेगी या नहीं बनेगी? रजा is a utility player.
I know. This is a word you're enjoying. I think, yeah, like I agree with the punter and Ashish. Probably Livingston, you play at number 4 or 5. This is Crick Info's team, so they put Livingston at one down, Johnny Bairstow at 2. You said Sikandar Raza. Where will he fit,
Mhm.
bro? किसको
That is a
बिठाना?
thing.
भाई Mr. Paksa is also on the bench.
Yeah,
Raja
Paksa is
Paksa,
also
Asia
on
Cup
that.
winner, man. He was the main guy in the Asia Cup. He's an outstanding T20 player. उसको जगह नहीं मिल रहा. So,
Mm.
but that's good. Raja Paksa could be a replacement for Johnny Bairstow if Bairstow is not fully fit. If he doesn't play certain games, you have that option. So they have options off the bench. Sikandar Raza can come in if Sam Curran is not fit. So these will be your replacements, I feel. But yeah, bowling, outstanding. Batting, I'm a bit worried, bro. I don't know if Shikhar Dhawan's captaincy for Sunrisers, it wasn't great, but he's more experienced now. So let's see what happens. Punjab always have a problem with their captain and coach, man. Every single time they have a problem. Whether it's KL
Mhm.
Rahul, Mayank Agarwal, whether it's Yuvraj Singh, whether it is
They
anybody.
even
But
have, I
the
think they
thing that,
even have Nathan Ellis on the bench. Yeah, another fast
yeah,
bowler from
he's a good
Australia.
option. The only good captain that they had who did really well, I felt, was Mr. George Bailey. He was really good captain. Outstanding
Mm.
था उन्हें तो.
Jitesh Mone, Raza and Rajapaksa players depends on Bairstow injury. Bairstow, like Mustafa said, completely agree with that. अगर उन्हें चल गया भाई, उसके वैसा कोई player नहीं है. लपा लप रख देता आपके लिए, and he will get you 50, 40 in every game.
Yeah, I think it will be funny if Sam Curran will be benched spending 18 crore. Like
नहीं
initially,
होता वही, नहीं वही तो होता ना भाई, वो 18 करोड़ का प्राइस टैग लेके बिठा दिया तो बहुत
ये
बड़ी
प्रॉब्लम
प्रॉब्लम
रहता
होती है।
जब आप प्लेयरों पे इतना पैसा खर्चते, वो प्लेयर प्रेशर में आ जाता, समटाइम्स दे डोंट परफॉर्म एंड देन थोड़ा मजबूरी होती टू बेंच देम, अगर फिर नहीं करते बेंच, सो इट बिकम्स वेरी ट्रिकी विद दिस मनी सिचुएशन।
या 100%।
अपन को जाना पड़ेगा कैप्टन करने, मुझसे लास्ट ईयर रिकॉर्ड तो तुमको पता है क्या बात है भाई। मगर हमारे और एक दोस्त है पंजाब से, वो तो ट्रॉफी लेके आया हमारा, करण अरोड़ा, वो कैप्टन। बढ़िया, आशीष इज अ ग्रेट कैप्टन एज वेल, पंटर इज अ ग्रेट कैप्टन।
बढ़िया
आई
मुस्तफा, सीरियसली सिकंदर
I'm a
रजा
great
क्या
coach.
आऊंगा,
I'm a
बट
great
सिकंदर रजा
coach.
कहाँ फिट कराएंगे?
I'm a great coach. सिकंदर रजा क्या, हाँ यार वो नहीं फिट होंगे उन्हें, अब अभी तो नहीं
वही
फिट होगा। तुम कहीं को
वही
पीछे सिकंदर रजा के, ही इज
बिकॉज
ओनली।
बेचारा इतना डाल दे रहा, मैं रिटायरमेंट से पहले हैविंग आईपीएल ऑन माय रिज्यूम वाज गुड, ये वो बेचारा इतने बातें कर ले रहा, बट अगर रिज्यूम में कुछ एक जॉब भी नहीं मिली उसको तो फिर बेचारे को
नहीं,
आके
सो
बिठाना पड़ेगा।
मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, उसको कितने में लिए, 50 लाख में लिए, राइट? सो ही इज
क्या?
देयर फॉर द बेंच, ओके,
हम्म।
but that doesn't mean he's not going to play. He will play at certain times when required, again, depending on conditions, depending on injuries. There will be a lot of things which will be at play, so he will have his opportunity, I feel. Maybe not as many games as you would like to have him. When you spend
या
18 crores on Sam Curran, he's going to be your all-rounder, and Sikandar Raza is an all-rounder, so क्या करना बोलो?
या कुछ करता नहीं, धवन एज कैप्टन इज
Dhawan,
नॉट द बेस्ट,
yeah, I
डिसीजन
agree.
मेकिंग विल बी इंपॉर्टेंट, या 100%
I agree.
डिसीजन
Dhawan
मेकिंग।
is not the best leader. Punjab always struggle with that. They struggle with the good captain. So with this team, you need a. If you have a half decent captain, you'll win the trophy, man. They have a very good team, because what wins your tournaments? Bowlers win your tournament. So even if your batting can chip in and everything, Uh, you can still win with this bowling lineup, but you have to use your bowlers at the right time. You can't panic as a captain. You have to set the right fields. If fielders drop the catches, you still need to have a plan B. You need to keep going. So yeah, let's see what happens. But bowling wise, they're very very well sorted. Punter, you have a question from Vinay. We'll show, bro. We'll show. We'll just finish the teams. We'll go. Are we done? This is the last team.
या
पंजाब का टीम आते पंजाब का टीम आते जी,
ये
मतलब
गोविंद है भाई, पंजाब की टीम आती जी, आई थिंक इन द टॉप 4, आई थिंक इस थिंग कहाँ थी आई डोंट नो, बट आई फील टॉप 4 में आएगी पूरे।
आना तो चाहिए भाई, लास्ट ईयर भी आना चाहिए, बहुत तगड़ी टीम है वो। रबाडा, अर्शदीप, बेयरस्टो, लिविंगस्टोन, ये टॉप टॉप प्लेयर्स है T20 के, आना तो चाहिए। हाँ विनय देख लिया, अब हटाऊं मैं।
He's saying Deccan Chargers, I think. But yeah, Vinay, you can. Acha.
डेक्कन चार्जर्स, एडम गिलक्रिस्ट, हर्शल गिब्स, स्कॉटिश टाइरिस, सुमन।
Yeah.
विनय कैन यू
नहीं,
डू?
चमिंदा वास था वो टाइम पे?
हाँ,
नहीं था ना? चमिंदा वास बोलते हैं?
Chaminda was there in the first season.
Oh.
Second season was Mr. Fidel Edwards, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
ओहो, केमा रोज भी आ गया था।
this
This
is a
team can
good,
switch. Yeah,
yeah,
yes,
this is a good
for
option.
for
It's a good option. Yashdul, again, Yashdul, under 19 captain. He has talent, but there's been some Indian under 19 who have not, captains who have not lived up to the mark. Whether it was क्या था नाम? Unmukh Chand, Priyam Garg also, he did
उसका
some of
नाम
this.
लाइफ में नहीं भूल सकते यार तुम।
Priyam Garg, he was under 19 captain. He played for Sunrisers. He had one excellent innings. Apart from that, didn't really contribute. And now Yashdul, let's see what if he can change it. Apart from, was it Virat Kohli, even Prithvi Shaw, he was captain. Magar, yeah, he's done better than some, but he hasn't lived up to the hype. I think it's just been Virat Kohli, man, from under 19 captains who've lived up to the hype.
Yeah, I think अभी
But yeah,
फ्यूचर में
first
कोई
from the
कैप्टन नहीं बनेगा।
11s, one thing that we've noticed that every team has strengths, every team has weaknesses, because there's 10 teams, the players are distributed. So, there are holes. There will be overs to target. There will be batsmen to target in every single team. But overall, based on this, I know I asked you this yesterday, but everyone in the chat, you can also let us know. Based on paper, and Gujarat have taught us the lessons to
We
never
just
do this.
quickly go through. We just quickly just do a one victory lap for
Yeah,
overtime से क्या?
Gujarat have told us not to do this because they won with probably the worst team on paper last year, and but we're still going to do this top 4 based on paper. Let us know. Go through the teams very quickly. and let me know who will your top four be, because I know सब अपने अपनी टीम लेंगे अगर एक ही टीम लिए तो. Powell की जगह भी Yashdul can play. They can go three overseas player. Powell form is still in question. No, but then if that's the case, they can play Nkiti, they can play Russo and Mitchell Marsh. You can. I think you should always try to make the benefit of four overseas. That three overseas doesn't make sense to me, man. आपके पास है option, खिलाओ चारों को. आपके पास और quality overseas है उनके पास. So that's just my opinion. Maybe you're also right
Yeah.
in your own way, Ashish. Kuldeep Yadav. Oh.
Well, that were all the teams, but based on this, if I'm going to pick a top four, it's going to be Hyderabad, Punjab,
Okay.
Gujarat, Mumbai.
गुजरात किस बेसिस पे बोल रहे हो तुम? I'm
Sorry,
not sure.
Gujarat, Chennai.
गुजरात किस बेसिस पे बोल रहे हैं?
गुजरात गलती से बोले, वो बेसिस पे बोला.
अच्छा बोलो, चार फिर से बोलो फिर.
पंजाब, हैदराबाद, मुंबई इंडियंस, चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स. चेन्नई
Ooh.
only dead bowling issue you're saying, but yeah, I get that completely. अगर बेन स्टोक्स उधर आके डाल सकता, then it'll be interesting.
I mean, when I saw the Lucknow team, I like that as well. I think it's a good team. They could make it top four.
For me,
But
ideally on paper, Punjab should win the IPL because of that team alone.
Gurbaz instead of Sakib. I mean,
तो
yeah,
फिर
looking for
क्या
people.
गुरबान है. They still have Litin Das also in the bench. Litin Das है,
Litin
Shakib
does,
भाई.
Dave does, Litin does. For me, LSG, the most balanced side. Yeah, even for me, but not necessarily the.
Rajasthan Royals, the Delhi Capitals, Mumbai Indians, and RCB. That's a good shout. That's a
Hmm.
very good shout. हैदराबाद को
Rajasthan
कोई नहीं
Royals.
पिक कर रहा यार. हाँ, हैदराबाद को कोई नहीं पिक कर रहा यार.
इसलिए हमें हमारे कुछ करना पड़ता है यार. We have bias. We will pick them in the top four. Rajasthan
100%.
Royals, again, a lot will depend on Butler, but they do have a good bowling, so they can win games even if Butler doesn't perform or Butler gets injured. They have players around him.
Joe Root also है, yeah, in the bench.
So, root. Delhi Capitals. Man, I don't know about Rishabh Pant, how he'll handle the pressure over there, but they
I
do
think
have.
Warner चलना बहुत जरूरी है.
या अगर वार्नर नहीं चला तो सॉल्ट को लेके आ सकते, सो दैट्स एन ऑप्शन. भाई ये टीम है. एंड देन आरसीबी, मैन, लुक, आरसीबी हैव रीच्ड द व्हाट दे रीच्ड द नॉकआउट्स ट्वाइस नाउ इन द कोविड era. 2 or 3 times they've reached the thing, but death bowling is still a concern for me. If you look at the RCB team, who's going to be your death bowlers? Siraj and Harshal Patel. Now, yes, as the tournament goes on, the pitches will wear and tear a bit. Harshal Patel's slower balls, cutters will grip, and it might make him a very effective death bowler. That will also allow Siraj to nail his Yorkers. Lekin, they have the potential to get smashed like 50 runs in 3 overs. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I'm a bit worried about. Reece Topley and Josh Hazelwood, those two options, again, excellent new ball bowlers, but in the death, who's going to carry me? Another problem with this RCB team is that middle order. After Maxwell, if Maxwell is fit, if he's not, then you have Finn Allen, which is okay. You have batting till 4. Also, the gap. They always have this gap between 1 and 4, that number 3 slot. That's an Patidar. Will he live up to the expectation? They always have an issue with number 3. That's why AB को always घुमाते थे, कभी 3 पे, कभी 5 पे, कभी 6 पे. Lomro, Shabaz Ahmed, Dinesh Karthik. That's the issue I have as well. I'm not sure if they'll be able to score consistently. And Dinesh Karthik had a wonderful season last time and he got picked for India based on that. लेकिन वो फिर से रिपीट करना, आई डोंट नो, मेरे हिसाब से तो नहीं होगा. यहाँ पे अगेन बॉलिंग बहुत तगड़ी बैटिंग का है. इन लोग भी डार्क हॉर्सेस रह सकते हैं. केकेआर सनराइजर्स are probably your dark horses, like someone like maybe you don't expect them to be in top 4 and they might sneak in. It could be something like that. When you become international T20 captain, you start losing big in IPL. Will we see that with Gujarat? Bro, but I don't know if this is true, bro. Like MS Dhoni was international captain, he won like 75 IPLs, bro. He's still winning IPLs. So Rohit Sharma, you're saying maybe that's what you're looking at. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but um, I think just a pure coincidence, because Dhoni, when he became international captain, he was the best IPL captain as well.
सुनील को
Also,
नारी बना दी.
Mukesh Kumar, okay, Vinay, I will let them know. Sarkariya. You can also play that other option. Khalil Ahmed is your other option, right?
But boy, he has a bad tendency of winning smack. That's the only thing.
I think Hasaranga and Thiksana won't be available to start IPL due to international commitments. That could be an issue, especially for
Yeah,
RCB.
but that sounds like a they problem. No, we don't have any. सुनील को नारी बना दिए. सुनील नारायण. अच्छा, स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक है. Sorry भैया.
So, yes, Bhai CSK will be the team to beat. I can't place Punjab in that category because of past experiences with guys like Tewatia smashing us. CSK will be the team to beat. Yeah, to a certain, of course, they have a stack team, but there are
The
holes in
plan,
that team as well which you can exploit. That last 4 overs में फोड़ के रख सकते हैं. उनके पास ब्रावो नहीं है और डेथ बॉलिंग का इशू है. वहां पे एक्सप्लॉइट कर सकते हैं. The thing is, Dhoni is extra smart. He'll do something. कुछ ना कुछ होता बैगन का रोल लगा के आ जाते हैं प्ले ऑफ में. मगर है वहां पे अपॉर्चुनिटी टू
इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर भी है, इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर का भी है यार.
होने.
They
इम्पैक्ट
have,
प्लेयर भी कैसा धोनी को समझ आएंगी
वही
इम्पैक्ट
बोल
प्लेयर.
रहा हूँ. Exactly.
बैगन का खलील अहमद इज इंजर्ड बट ही कम बैक मे बी. विनय मैन दुआ करो. आप ऐसा कैसा बोल दे रहे हैं. अभी है 3-4 महीने. लेकिन या आई थिंक दैट्स द थिंग विद otherwise with Stokes and there as well they have Conway. They bat till number 10 11. So yeah, Chennai is going to be a tough team to beat, but there is you can exploit the bowling a bit. और ये Pretorius से बैगन मैं भूल गया.
Yeah, Dwayne Pretorius, I forgot. Yeah. बहुत लोग हैं यार, हो चुका है इधर उधर से, कहां से तो भी क्रीपन हो जा रहे. बट या इंटरेस्टिंग रहने वाला है धोनी
मगर
का
मेरे को
इम्पैक्ट
ऐसा
गेम
दिख
में.
रहा धोनी बेन स्टोक्स को कैप्टनसी दे देगा यही सीजन. जस्ट
नहीं नहीं,
आउटसाइड
अगर
द
लास्ट सीजन है जैसा तुम बोल रहे, लास्ट सीजन दिख रहा तुम्हारे को 1 and 2 इन हिम है, देन प्रोबब्ली नेक्स्ट सीजन he'll give it up, but this season he'll stay, man.
So Sachin won his in his last season. Messi won his last World Cup. You think this guy will win his last IPL?
Yeah, I mean, if he's thought about it, then he'll go all guns blazing. So yeah, maybe not. Why not?
But I don't. One thing I'm not too sure of is listen. Like he hasn't played cricket, and it's been 3 years now where he plays for 2 months and doesn't play for 10 months.
He's
Doesn't
playing
play.
badminton. He plays badminton mostly.
So
तो
how does
मारना
it
तो
work?
आता है उसको smash.
How does it work? Like I don't think it's
Dhoni is
possible.
a natural, bro. Dhoni is a natural. Like, listen, I'll tell you
Give me
something.
that shit. There's something.
Surya Kumar Yadav को ऐसा ला लो, कोई भी बिना खेले मारता नहीं मारता.
Unless
मारता नहीं मारता ना.
Adil Rashid
वो
T20
unless धोनी के लिए unless डाल रहे.
Adil Rashid
Unless
T20
आज नहीं है.
semi-final caught at covers. Caught at
Exactly.
covers.
So Dhoni is like, man, natural. को नींद में से उठा के भी खिला तो खेल लेता boy.
मेरे को डाउट है थोड़ा.
Well,
हर गेम खेलना थोड़ा मुश्किल है.
only time will
It's
tell us.
Yeah, but that's why they went for Ben Stokes really hard, bro. They went hard on the man, damn prof. That's why they really wanted to get him. They wanted either Sam Curran, Ben Stokes. They needed a future captain. They needed all.
और एक और also यार जैसे तुम बोल रहे कैप्टन बना दे के बेन स्टोक्स भी इम्पैक्ट पेरिस खेल रहा है धोनी.
मतलब कभी भी कप्तानी करना है आ जाओ फील्ड में.
मेरा मूड हो रहा, मैं आ रहा हूँ, मैं खेल रहा हूँ, चलो हटो.
ये भी कर सकते हैं. मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं. It's an
मैं बहुत
option.
सही हूँ.
And Dhoni doesn't have the Ronaldo attitude कि मैच को खेलना है मेरे. Doesn't like.
अल्लू जो रोनाल्डो का आप देते गए.
क्या है? हाँ?
अल्लू जो रोनाल्डो का टींचा मार के गए. खैर.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, we're wrapping up right now. You can ask us any questions about the predicted 11s, about the IPL, or anything you want to talk about. You want to talk about food, movies, anything. You can ask us last few questions before you wrap up. Fez, do you have any questions or any comments closing?
Comments यही है. I'm now coming back to the Mirpur. I'm coming back to that stressful time that tomorrow we'll have 6 wickets and 100 runs.
बांग्लादेश जीत रही है बोल के 6 विकेट ले
मैं तो बोला तुम तो कलर डाल के आगे बांग्लादेश का. क्या बोल रहे?
कौन सा कलर डाला?
ग्रीन कलर डाल के आगे पूरा माउंटेन ड्यू का लोगो, पूरा बांग्लादेश का लोगो सेम है. बताओ भाई जरा लोगों को बताओ.
अरे टॉप
बताओ भाई.
बोल दिया फर्स्ट टॉप 4. मेरा भी वही 6. सनराइजर्स, मुंबई इंडियंस, पंजाब और you went for Chennai. No, I'm going for Lucknow, bro. Forget it. I'm going for Lucknow.
Your boy, bro. Ben Stokes, your boy, man.
Yeah, but like Dhoni's gonna hamper him, bro. I think.
Vinay, let us know your top 4, and if I don't see a particular team, then I'm gonna come at you, man.
You know, Vinay did the transition from to Chennai to Delhi very sneakily, man, very sneakily. Because you मालूम था खाली मेरे को मालूम था he's supporting Chennai, right? And big Dhoni fan is like, I have to support Chennai for MSC.
Yeah, even the transition from India to Sri Lanka to India. It was ज्यादा transition.
He makes very slight transitions from Arsenal to United. Vinay is like freaking, those guys like वो shoes एक गाड़ी से उधर गाड़ी में. He's very smart. Are you going to
come? Okay, yeah.
Roy
नहीं था option. कौन सा Jason
रॉय
Roy?
नहीं है, नहीं लिया शायद, नहीं
Jason
रॉय को।
Jason Roy got released by someone if I'm not
या
wrong. I
उसको उसको नहीं लिया शायद भाई जेसन रॉय को, मेरे हिसाब से बहुत प्लेयर आते, तो अगर हम लोग भूल गए तो प्लीज रिमाइंड करो। तो आई एम नॉट श्योर। सीएसके, डीसी, जीटी, मुंबई। विनय, यू कांट सपोर्ट फोर टीम्स ब्रो, यू हैव टू सपोर्ट वन, बट ओके, दिस योर टॉप
Yeah,
फोर।
GT is there because yeah, he knew I was going to catch him, but it's third. Why is Lockie Ferguson not first?
भाई भाई फर्गसन,
Lockie.
हाँ?
Yeah, exactly. England to France.
भाई किसे बोल रहे हैं भाई, अंशुल कुमार जी?
अच्छा
नहीं।
नहीं नहीं था. Oh yeah, we thought question है. Sorry, Anshul bhai, and Anshul bhai, I think first time he joined us.
या
Yeah,
प्लीज
thank
लाइक
you
एंड
for
सब्सक्राइब
joining
अंशुल
us.
भाई, थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग अस इतनी रात इंडिया में। आप मैंने मालूम कहाँ
Yeah,
थे भाई।
Roy was released by Gujarat Titans.
या
Exactly.
फर्गसन इज इन केकेआर ब्रो।
Ferguson to KKR. Aye hi, Vinay bhai. Oh damn, bro.
Ferguson, KKR, he got traded. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Thakur and Ferguson, they both got traded to KKR. That's pretty smart trades. I'll be honest with you. I think again it depends on how the captain uses them. I feel that Thakur middle overs में थोड़ा use करना, those slower cutters and all that.
Yeah,
And Ferguson in the death. हाँ, कुछ पूछ रहे थे
yeah.
आप?
नहीं मैं वही सोच रहा हूँ कि कोई KKR में तो है, but Vinay bhai hasn't picked him, and that's Gadari, bro. That's like
Why,
not me.
Ferguson?
That's like me not choosing
And he also
Ronaldo.
likes Akil Hussain, huh?
Yeah, even like Zakir Hussain, पूरों को लाइट ले ले रहे हैं लोग.
लाइट ले लिया हमने। Faiz,
थोड़े दिन
one
में देखो internationally you start supporting some new country, man.
one player that who you think will take us by surprise in the IPL this season?
By surprise, कितने प्लेयर आए यार दिमाग में मेरे को. मयंक अग्रवाल.
Um,
Mayank
I
Agarwal
thought
is
you
going to
were
be.
going to go somewhere younger.
I think that even took me by surprise. First, we need to support, of course, New Zealand. Man, I love kiwi. I like the fruit, and I like the country as well. They're very humble people. I know the wicket is a bit, dodgy there, but
it's in
yeah, hopefully
Pakistan,
we
right?
can
The
get
game.
it.
It's not in New Zealand. It's in Pakistan, right?
It's in Pakistan. Support New Zealand against Pakistan.
Mm. Yeah, but I think for me, I don't know if they're going to get chances. But from I think Abdul Samad is someone maybe because we're
Yeah,
backing him.
Brooks will not be like if Brooks
It won't
performs
be a
Punjab, I
surprise.
don't think it'll be a surprise. Like it's required, man. 16 crore रुपए दिए भाई मजाक.
Yeah, like someone punter who probably went off the radar. You can say Vivran Sharma, like this guy
मुकेश
Vinay को
कुमार
मालूम है,
मुकेश
Vinay
कुमार and
झाड़ू
यश
है ये
दयाल.
मामले में। Yash Dayal. What about Ram Dayal? Vinay, Ram Dayal. Are you talking to me? Yes, I'm talking to you, Ram Dayal. But my name is
Yeah, but
Frankie.
definitely a lot of names that are there, bro. जो perform कर सकते.
भाई यार
अर्जुन तेंदुलकर perform करने वाला है या नहीं करने वाला
या
है? That's the
ऐसा
chat.
बोलो, ये पकड़ो अर्जुन तेंदुलकर की बात। अर्जुन तेंदुलकर could be the player who surprises everybody। ऐसा पृथ्वी शॉ we know bro, he smashed it around, like उन्हें मवी को एक बार बहुत बुरा मारा था खींच के। Tell me player like who will take us a surprise।
राही भाई in the house. राही भाई आपको comment याद कर रहा
अरे
था
राय भाई,
मुस्तफा थोड़ी
थोड़ा
देर
कॉमेडी
पहले
नाइट्स विद
कि
मिस्टर
आप बोले थे
विनोद।
कि भाई
भाई
क्या
आप ये बताओ, आपका
एक
चैनल सोनी में खुल रहा है या कलर्स पे खुल रहा है या स्टार प्लस पे? ये रही भाई जो है वेरी वेरी विटी मैन, एक्सट्रीमली गुड कॉमिक एंड मतलब मैं कभी मिला नहीं, लेकिन एक बार मिलूंगा। और मतलब कमेंट्स में तो जबरदस्त रहते हैं उनके। राई भाई, आप किसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं आईपीएल में और कौन सी टीम अच्छी लग रही?
और कौन सा प्लेयर?
प्लेयर, हाँ। तो या सरप्राइज, दैट्स व्हाट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, प्लेयर्स हु bang will come out of nowhere।
What about Rutraj? Is Rutraj gonna have a good season? Rutraj Gaikwad 66666, no ball
Yeah,
6 6.
he's in very good form, Gaikwad has done it in the past as well for Chennai Super Kings. He scored runs at a canter, no issues at all in terms of consistency, and he has the experience now as well.
Yes.
Arjun needs to leave Mumbai. I agree, man. Mumbai को तो खिलाना जरूरी है।
बट उन्हें गया तो कहाँ गया? मुंबई छोड़ के वो देखो गोवा पार्टी स्टेडियम को
Go
गया.
go gone।
Yeah,
डूली की
definitely.
बॉलिंग देखे क्या बीबीएल में फैज?
बिल्कुल देखे. पैट्रिक डूली ऑफ स्पिनर हैज प्रॉब्ली 9 1 5 2 2. तो या आई थिंक 9 10 विकेट्स हो गए हैं पैट्रिक डूली की. ही कैन बैट आल्सो अ फेयर फ्यू. बहुत जबरदस्त स्पिनर है बीबीएल में, तो फोड़ दे रहा उन्हें सबको यहाँ पे डाल डाल के. आई थिंक हरिकेन होबार्ट्स का प्लेयर है. यस, होबार्ट हरिकेन, सॉरी. या ब्रिस्बेन हीट में है अभी पर एट राइट नाउ आई थिंक.
Vinay Singh, Jagadish as well. Yeah, that's a good shout. Also, Fez, it'll be important to see now in January. There's going to be three leagues going on. There'll be the BBL, which is going on until February. Then you have the South Africa T20, and then you have the UAE T20. So there will be
Yeah.
players spread out, and there will be players who will be playing in the IPL. A lot of them. So we'll have to have an eye out, and it'll be interesting to see because they're going to be leagues simultaneously, which doesn't always happen. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
in this Dubai T20, a lot of legends are coming to life, like Yusuf Pathan,
are they coming
Robin
for sure? Yusuf
Uttappa.
Pathan and
Yeah,
these.
Yusuf Pathan, Robin Uttappa.
Hmm.
Pollard is also there for the Mumbai team. So yeah, काफी है team.
Ferguson and Thakur trade cost KK 10 crore each, a little expensive but good trades. Yeah, that is very expensive. I don't think Thakur is what 10, maybe 8, 7. Ferguson,
Yeah,
yeah,
you could say yeah, चल जाएगा
2
Ferguson
crore
का.
ज्यादा थोड़ा expensive दे दिए होंगे.
फॉरेन कोटा में आया है ना, फॉरेन कोटा हमेशा ज्यादा रहेगा लोकल से.
मेरे को
मेरे को
तो
तो
कल
कभी भी अर्जुन के लिए बुरा लगता है, अच्छा करता है, अगर आईपीएल में खिलाया तो लोग बोलेंगे नेपोटिज्म है. यस सर,
बात तो सही है
नेपोटिज्म.
बेचारों को लाइक यहाँ पे भी गए तो फंस गए वहां पे भी गए फंस गए बट ही हैज द अपॉर्चुनिटी एज वेल सो ही इज लकी इन अ वे लेकिन ही हैज टू वर्क हार्ड ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई ही इज गॉट इनटू द मुंबई टीम यू कुड से नेपोटिज्म यू कुड से एनीथिंग व्हिच इज ट्रू लाइक सचिन का नाम है व्हाई नॉट लाइक इफ योर डैड इज लाइक biggest legend of the country you can get an opportunity but he hasn't played yet रोहन गवास्कर भी खेल लिया इंडिया के लिए 2-3 गेम इन्हें अभी तक खेला नहीं ना मुंबई इंडियंस के भी नहीं खेला इंडिया के स्क्वाड में भी नहीं था कभी तो he still has to work for it from a certain thing so I think I appreciate the way Mumbai haven't really
यस.
just given him a chance like that Sachin ka baitha they haven't given into that pressure or whatever they probably have chats with him and also he's now getting coached I think Ashish mentioned by Yograj Singh right he's an excellent coach so maybe he improves his game and gets better we never know right thode se to genes रहेंगे Reece Topley for RCB will make a good impact if he plays yes with the new ball lethal he gave Rohit Sharma Virat Kohli a lot of problems and the somehow
What about Finn Allen in the Chinnaswamy if he gets to play?
what about him bro if Finn Allen plays
छोटा ग्राउंड, बड़ा धमाका होने वाला है.
चिन्नी स्वामी में उन्हें डेंजरस रह सकता है मगर अब देखो फिन एलन मेरे को इंडियन कंडीशंस में अभी नहीं देखा मैं उन्हें और क्या रहेगा he'll have to face a bit of spin early on and it'll turn it won't be the spin which you see in Australia it like slides on it's going to be or skids on it's going to be there'll be a bit of turn and everything with the new ball as well there will be bounce how does he play that I'm not sure let's see he could be he's a very talented
Who will
player
be the most impactful impact players? Man, there's only one
Khalid के
Harry
आगे
Brook, bro. Harry Brook.
no he's talking about impact player वो जो 12 सब्स्टिट्यूट रहता सो 12वां
अच्छा, impact वो okay. Impact वो है.
मेरे
महेंद्र
दिल
सिंह धोनी. महेंद्र सिंह धोनी.
Dhoni putting number 12 huh? That's
Yeah,
so
man, he's going
impressive.
to पीछे से आकर मिल्खा सिंह के साथ रेस जीतने वाला है. केन विलियमसन, yeah, 3 for GT.
Kane Williamson 3 GT I think 2 crore even to GT were you saying he'll bat at number 3 good but yeah Matthew Wade का replacement रख सकते Kane Williamson को विनय के मतलब समझाओ पहले
नहीं, that basically impact player, वो जो नया रूल आया impact player का, उसमें सबसे
I
ज्यादा
think that's what he's
impactful
saying
कौन होगा? That is
we
what
also
Vinay bhai
saw
is
him
saying.
scoring 100 on debut so talent is there he's working on it and soon we will see him performing and make his place in the team whether it's MI or India wishing him well वाह
Tumal ko,
क्या बात
I know why he's wishing Arjun well. Let's get
why
on the call later. Yeah, we know why. Ashish
why
bhai, you're fly guy है भाई, थोड़े चीज़ा है वो. रिमाइंडर फैज भाई, फिनाले ने ऑस्ट्रेलिया को ही कूटा था, फिर पूरा वर्ल्ड कप फ्लॉप. यार, फिनाले वाज नॉट दैट ग्रेट. एक इनिंग्स खेला था वर्ल्ड कप में भी. आई थिंक एक स्टार्ट दिया था उसने. या वाज दैट एलेक्स हेल्स आल्सो, नॉट फिनाले एंड एलेक्स हेल्स.
सपोर्ट कर रहे बोलो आप आईपीएल में ये बताओ और आप कौन है प्लेयर टू वॉच आउट you know न्यूजीलैंड are touring India before IPL and Finland is part of the squad touring so they can judge him from that series yeah that would be excellent and this is what gives these teams a lot of it'll give them a lot of confidence going to the 50 over World Cup because these guys will be playing in India like a few bilaterals and they play IPL 2 months so I know it's a different format but you get to acclimatize and that's why IPL has actually helped a lot of international players watch them in the 50 over World Cup again I know it's a different format but there'll be a lot of players playing one day cricket in India in that 50 over World Cup so IPL has given these players a good opportunity फिर सारा सिंगल है भाई क्या ख्याल जरूरी तुम ही समझा
ये मेरे को मालूम था इसके एज मतलब था. खैर, सारा जमाना हसीनों का दीवाना. बहरहाल अभी अर्जुन का टाइम आएगा.
गनी मेरी जान
नहीं, आज सो जाएंगे, कल मैच है. कल मैच है।
मैच है। हाँ, सॉरी, कुछ बोल रहे थे आप?
नहीं बस वही वही मतलब मालूम था मेरे को आशीष भाई का, इसलिए आई डिडंट वांट टू गिव डिटेल्स,
Yeah,
बट
but
या आई मीन।
I agree to that. I know that to a certain extent. He did score 100 with Goa, and
अच्छा, one question, one very important question for everybody watching and hopefully will watch us. Will this be
मेरे को
Virat
नहीं पूछ के
Kohli's?
सवाल है।
Everybody who's watching, आप मेरे को देख रहे हैं ना? Virat Kohli's last season of IPL
नो,
if he doesn't perform again.
एमएस धोनी को रिटायर होने तो पहले यार, फिर विराट कोहली
नहीं, बिकॉज
खेलेंगे।
उन्हें परफॉर्मेंस नहीं थी यार, लास्ट ईयर भी नहीं थी
अरे
किंग की
यार बैगन
परफॉर्मेंस।
पकड़ो, उन्हें 100% खेलेंगे, और 2-3 आईपीएल है उसके पास। विराट कोहली को रिटायर कर दे रहे हो तुम इतना जल्दी? He's 34, he's has 3-4 IPLs in him, bro. 100%। इतना फिटनेस करके कहीं को ये सब जिम विम कहीं को कर रहे हैं, फिर
बिकॉज
अभी
मे बी यू वांट टू फोकस ऑन टेस्ट क्रिकेट, नहीं बोल सकते। My first team,
आईपीएल।
Rahi Bhai gave us the thing, bro. My first team is RCB, second is DC. Green Open में ज़्यादा utilize होगा MI के लिए।
आई थिंक ऑस्ट्रेलिया जो करे वो उसके साथ अब सबके दिमाग में डाल दिया कि इन्हें ओपन नहीं कर सकता। एक्चुअली इज अ मिडिल ऑर्डर बैट्समैन, स्पेशली इन टेस्ट मैचेस, मिडिल लोअर ऑर्डर बैट्समैन, ही इज अ फिनिशर। इवन इफ यू सी इन शील्ड क्रिकेट, उन्हें वहां पे खेलता मिडिल ऑर्डर, लो ऑर्डर में। मगर जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया, आई थिंक डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट में भी एक दो बार करा उन्हें ओपन, फिर ऑस्ट्रेलिया जो यूज करे उसको, तो अब सबके दिमाग में आ गया ओपन कर रहा है। एंड इट्स नॉट अ बैड शॉट, ब्रो। द गाय इज अ वेरी गुड रीच, टॉल लैड, ही कैन स्मैश इट टू ऑल पार्ट्स एंड ही कैन मेक द मोस्ट ऑफ द पावर प्ले, तो ही इज अ वेरी गुड ऑप्शन। Any info on Jansen's twin? Is he good? I heard he's good. I heard he's similar. He has the height.
लेफ्ट आर्म, या लेफ्ट आर्म फास्ट बॉलर है दबा
One of
के,
our
एंड ही
friends in
प्लेड
the
इन
chat, I don't remember
सेंट
if it was
सेंट किड्स में भी खेला उन्हें, CBL में आई थिंक, CPL।
one of our friends in the chat. I don't know if it was Vinesh Bhai or Techie Live or somebody told us that about him, and then I
आई
went
थिंक
and read
चिराग
about
भाई थे, चिराग कुरू आई
Chirag Bhai
थिंक
was
वाज हिम।
it. Virat will play his 40. Jim say, याद है, how's UFC gym going fast? Need to catch up on your stories, bro.
Yeah, it's going very well. Definitely, I shall give you an update on my stories very soon.
Yeah. I think that pretty much wraps it up. Again, if you guys have any questions, we're still here a few minutes, but I think Faiz getting tired, so we'll wrap up. I'm also getting a bit tired. It was a lot of fun today. We had 2 episodes. Tomorrow we'll come again. Hopefully, Faiz, tomorrow around 6:30 in the evening. I have some because the game will finish early, so we'll come early. There's no point coming in the evening. Then in the night we'll see. Otherwise, we'll do one episode tomorrow, and then the day after we'll come back. And I think because it's Boxing Day, mate, the day after there's a lot of cricket, bro.
Boxing Day in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, Vladimir Vladimirovich. Wow.
Putin. I couldn't find PSL name in World's Best Sport League, but on Twitter handle entire Pakistan saying that PSL is greater than IPL. I mean, that is your opinion. Definitely, we respect that. If
Vladimir.
you
अरे
feel,
देखो
नहीं,
कौन है?
नितिन पासी is in the house. How are you, sir? अब आज आप लेट उठ गए या हम जल्दी सोने वाले हैं, वो समझ में नहीं आ रहा, बट
नितिन भाई, गनी मेरी जान सोने का नहीं। नितिन भाई ऑलवेज सोने आते हैं। मेरी क्रिसमस गाइस आपको भी, एंड टू योर होल फैमिली, मेरी क्रिसमस, हैप्पी हॉलीडेज टू द होल फैमिली एंड टू एवरीबॉडी, ऑल एवरीवन हु सेलिब्रेट्स, टू ऑल यू गाइस।
बढ़िया।
जिंगल
PSL का
जिंगल
जवाब
बेल,
मतलब
जिंगल
आप
बेल,
बोलिए क्या
जिंगल
बोलते हैं,
ऑल द
पुतिन
वे।
साहब रशियन है लेकिन है उनको पाकिस्तान लीग की परेशानी, बट या डेफिनेटली आई मीन आपको अगर लगता है PSL बेटर देन IPL, लॉट ऑफ प्लेयर्स देयर, बट टुडे नजम सेठी हैज सेड a lot of people are coming out of the PSL, what's happening bro, so that is also one cause of concern for Pakistani cricket.
नजम भाई बोल रहे कि यार पीएसएल का कुछ बोल दिया उन्होंने। सैम करन हाईएस्ट बिड इन हिस्ट्री, हिज ब्रदर टॉम करन अनसोल्ड, रिश्तेदारों ने बहुत ताना मारा होगा। इन्हें खींच लिया होगा सैम के पैसे आधे, बोला भाई हमारे को भी दे दो, हमको नहीं मिले बोल के। बट आई एम
Yeah.
really happy, bro. These two boys from Zimbabwe actually, they were born and brought up there, then they moved to England and they've done a really good job. And one of them is the highest IPL player ever, bro, ever.
Yeah.
18.5 crore. I know जेब में ज्यादा पैसे थे, there was less players in the auction, but despite all that, Ben Stokes was also in that auction. There
Yeah,
were
he really deserved it man, based on the year that he has. नितिन भाई से क्या बोला था फैज भाई मैंने, या मैन पंत एंड अय्यर ब्रो, बट लाइक अगेन आज कल क्या होने वाला है गनी मेरी जान। नितिन भाई वी वांट योर थिंक, आपका टेक क्या है कल के बारे में,
you
कल
want
क्या
this
होने
thing?
वाला है? लेट्स टेक हिज टेक।
It's take, okay.
बड़े बड़े तेज हो रहे हो। पाकिस्तान ट्विटर क्लेम्स बाबर अ बिगर प्लेयर, अरे नहीं बोलने का क्या था वो हैशटैग मुस्तफा? सोचना भी नहीं, सोचना भी नहीं, सोचना भी नहीं।
सोचना मना है।
सो यू कैन इग्नोर हैंडल करते हैं आशीष
सोचना
भाई
मना
फिर।
है।
ये है भाई नितिन भाई से, यस ब्रो,
दर्शी
हैदराबाद
बेस्ट
बेस्ट
एनिवर्सरी, क्या बात है यार, ऊपर से नीचे बहुत फ्लेक्सिबल टीम है, यंग टीम है, ऑलराउंडर है, बैटर है, बॉलर है, और क्या एक्सप्लोसिव मिडिल ऑर्डर है नितिन भाई। इफ यू लुक एट द मिडिल ऑर्डर, यू गॉट ब्राउ त्रिपाठी, कालीन भैया हमारे मिर्जापुर के। एट नंबर 4 वी गॉट मिस्टर जॉन सीना,
हाँ,
ग्लेन फिलिप्स। एट नंबर 5 वी गॉट हैव द विजर्ड हैरी पॉटर स्ट्रेट फ्रॉम हॉगवर्ट्स। तो जो मिडिल ऑर्डर है, वेरी स्ट्रांग मिडिल ऑर्डर, आई कंप्लीटली एग्री विद यू, बेस्ट टीम दिख रही है।
मैं
मैं
चाहता
चाहता
हूँ
हूँ
यार
इंडिया
इंडिया
हमारे।
हारे बट इंडिया जीत जाएगा, वो दैट्स ट्रू। अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर सेइंग इंडिया हार जाना, आई थिंक बिकॉज़ केएल राहुल की कैप्टेंसी आ
भैया देखो,
जाएगी सामने।
इंडिया जीतना जरूरी है। आप इंडिया फैन है, मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ बिकॉज वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप ऑन द लाइन है। ठीक है, मैं समझ
हम्म,
सकता हूँ आप अपसेट है, कुलदीप यादव के साथ जो हुआ बहुत गलत हुआ, मैं आपके साथ हूँ। मैं कुलदीप भाई के साथ हूँ, इज अ वेरी गुड गाय, वेरी गुड फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन, एंड फॉरगेट अबाउट ऑल ऑफ दैट, राइट? The main thing about Kuldeep Yadav is that he was the man of the match of the last game and he got dropped. And forget about anything else about what his personality is, if he likes football, everything else is secondary.
या
He was the man of the match. Even if it was freaking Fez, I
हम्म,
would, and he got dropped, I would feel upset, man. Like, the guy who always pisses me off, if he gets 5 wickets, he has to play the next game.
बोलने
So,
का तो है नितिन
right,
पासी, लेकिन आप
हमारे पास
मुस्तफा भाई
जो
का शर्ट, आप मुस्तफा भाई का टी शर्ट पे नजर लगाइए और वो क्या बोल रहे हैं आप
डर
समझ
के
जाइए।
आगे जीत। मगर ये हमारे पास भाई लोग 32 रन खा के नेक्स्ट गेम खेलते, कैप्टन भी बन
या
जाते कभी कभी, समझ रहे, एक ओवर में 32 रन।
खैर खैर, आई थिंक वो जने वो साहब ज़्यादा चले गए हैं, बट या करण ब्रदर्स आर ब्रॉट अप इन साउथ अफ्रीका एंड their dad played for
अच्छा,
Zimbabwe, but
सॉरी,
once his
थैंक
career
यू फॉर
ended
द
they moved,
करेक्शन।
yeah man, Ibrahim bhai mashallah, his knowledge is incredible, huh, Mustafa, like really
या
hats
इट
off
इज,
to Ibrahim bhai.
so I knew that a Zimbabwe link. I wasn't sure where they were brought up, but yes, their dad played for Zimbabwe, which is very true. Tom, they finished school, they moved to England. They finished school and moved. Wow, so they moved late.
Yeah, तो पासपोर्ट मिलता है अभी भी? ओके।
नहीं,
इंडिया
you
जीतना
know,
चाहिए। सॉरी, या गो ऑन सर।
no, I'm saying because matlab, they probably played all the cricket in South Africa and then they moved. Like so again, it's like the
Ben Curran,
country
he
was.
is elder than Sam, younger than Tom. Wow, did Ben also done that? तो yeah, mashallah,
And
इसलिए कोई
Ibrahim bhai, anyone in the chat, if you guys have read the Wasim Akram book, let me know. I want to get it. I think because
there's nothing to read in that book, but all you have to see is Arjun Reddy or in Bollywood Kabir Singh, you'll understand. India जीतना चाहिए, players या captains बाद में देखो, but India must win. We need, yeah man, definitely India. We all want India win, but I just have a like a, I don't know, weird sense that कुछ हो सकता है dramatic.
yeah,
मुंह
but the
पे
thing
खाने
is,
वाले हैं।
they put themselves in this position, bro. They should have
Yeah,
won today.
100%.
They should have
Yeah,
won today.
100%. That
50,
is why
60.
everybody wants them to
It's
lose, but
upset,
not
yeah.
also
And
want them to lose. That's yeah.
Ashish, I completely get you, and I agree with this, and I'm going to do the same thing. I feel that India should need to win it, and we're going to support them. Like, you have to understand the people who are hurt, man, because you for the last 5 years, the stupid decisions, whoever the captain is, whoever the coach is, whoever the team selection is, the stupid decisions, and you're getting into trouble every single time. And you say, ठीक है, fine. पहले तो वर्ल्ड कप में बोल रहे थे पेटीएम खेल के जीत जाएंगे, अब पेटीएम भी हार रहे हैं और बायलैटरल हार रहे बांग्लादेश से, अब क्या बोलूं, बोलो? It's like it's a low point in Indian cricket because okay, fine, you're not at the bottom of the rankings or anything. Lekin, what have you won, man, in the last 5 6 years with so much talent? One
Yeah,
series in
100%.
Australia, two, okay, and one is there was no Smith and Warner. One there was Smith and Warner, so one series in Australia. I'm counting. That's it. So I don't know,
या
bro.
कौन आ गया ये? या नो सर, आपके आपकी एक बात बताता तो हूँ, अगर इंडिया टी20 का कप जीत जाता ना, हमारा क्रिकेट बहुत पीछे चले जाता। 100% काफी चीजें सामने आ रही हैं। चाहता केएल भले ही इंडिया हार जाए, बट कल की हार से फ्यूचर अच्छा हो जाएगा। या दैट इज एग्जैक्टली माय पॉइंट। काफी स्नेक्स जो क्लोजेट में है आ जाएंगे बाहर, लेकिन फिर भी आई डोंट नो मुसा, डू यू थिंक दैट विल हैपन इफ दिस दे गेट, कल हार गए, खुदा ना खास्ता अगर हार गए, लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स विल कम आउट।
What will come out, bro? They lost.
like
They
no, a
lost
lot of
100.
questions will be raised, obviously we all know Kuldeep being draw, but Dravid के ऊपर भी सवाल आएंगे, रोहित के ऊपर भी सवाल आएंगे, केएल के ऊपर, the questions that are not being run around in the media right now, will they be
But
finally
look,
asked?
सवाल तो हर वक्त उठते, but the thing is with Indian cricket, there's a series every single week. When one series finishes, एक हफ्ते के बाद आप T20 वर्ल्ड कप खत्म हुआ, सवाल शुरू हो रहे थे, एकदम से आप न्यूजीलैंड पहुंच गए, वहां पे हार्दिक पांड्या कैप्टन बन गया, सब भूल गए। वैसे ही होगा, आप ये हारेंगे, फिर आप जाएंगे श्रीलंका, आएंगी, वहां पे फोकस होगा, फिर ऑस्ट्रेलिया, पूरा फोकस वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज में रहेगा। तो कहाँ, कौन सा
हम्म,
सवाल, इन लोगों के पास टाइम ही नहीं है सवाल पूछने
या
जवाब देने।
सही है। या ये भी है, ये भी एक चीज है नितिन भाई, देखिए On paper, number one team is Punjab and number two team is SRH. Rahib Bhai has given his verdict. So Ashish, you win this round. Uh, Putin, PSL afford only local talent of foreign players and cricketers through careers and are about to injustice the international. Ignore
I mean, that's
entire
not true.
Pakistan.
Like, they've had the big players play there. Harry Brook now plays, but they've had Butler play there. They've AB de Villiers have played for the Lahore
Raza
Qalandars.
also plays. Yes, Sikandar Raza
Yeah,
also just played.
AB de Villiers is probably the best batsman to have played in the modern era. So that's not true. Like, I know that you guys have this thing. हम लोग तो we just love cricket. जो भी
We
रन दो हम
watch
लोग
every
हम
कुछ
लोग
भी है इंडोर क्रिकेट भी देख लेते हैं हम लोग.
फैज तो आजकल वुमेन्स क्रिकेट भी देख रहा है, एलपीएल भी देख
बहुत
रहा है, तो
बहुत इंटरेस्ट से देख रहा हूँ मैं.
मैंने
Management issues messing up the World Cups. We have the best players in the world. It's like too many chefs spoiling the broth type of thing. Yeah, it is there, but also you
not
have
the
the
best
players
player in
to
the world.
blame.
The best player
You
in the
have
world is
also no.
Indonesia, bro. The best player in
You
the world
also
is Ginger Ben Stokes, bro. This is the best player in the world, mate.
yeah, but
Bro,
like even then, Mustafa,
remember?
like they're not performing as well. The best players
Yeah,
are said to be. Yeah,
he's
so
right.
that's not.
This thing is right. They're underperforming. They should have won at least three trophies in the last 5 6 years. At least three ICC trophies. आप कुछ जीत रहे भी नहीं आजकल, तो एशिया कप भी नहीं मिल रहा आपके हाथ में.
सर मैंने आज से 3 साल पहले ट्वीट किया था जिस दिन मैसेज एमएसडी चले जाएगा कुलदीप और चाहल को बहुत नुकसान हो जाएगा इंडिया का डाउनफॉल होगा वही दिन हो है आज या मैन आई मीन नितिन पासी आर यू एन एस्ट्रोलॉजर बाय एनी चांस बिकॉज यू आर गेटिंग एवरी प्रेडिक्शन राइट आउट देयर मैन
Yeah, no, look, that's a good call, key. Like after Dhoni went, but it's interesting because it was under Kohli's captaincy that these two guys came in
Gone
and started
downfall.
performing, right? Because 2017 में Kohli captain था, Champions Trophy हारे, then he got these two in and then he took them. Yes, Dhoni's guidance behind the stumps, that's where you're coming from. I understand that. Like, I don't understand why Kohli, who brought him in, then they let him go. I understand that actually. I understand that part. Like, now when he's performing, why are you doing that? Kuldeep did go through a bad phase, so that's why he was dropped. Chahal also went through a bad phase, he got dropped. Like, when they do perform, you have to stick with them, bro. Now, what is he going to think? I don't understand. Um, पंत को कैप्टन होना चाहिए अब टेस्ट का, मैं अग्री करता हूँ. राहिव जा वो what?
What? Can you see KL direct spot in border Gavaskar? Yes, of course. Do you think that he'll have
नहीं,
a
ये नितिन पासी, नितिन भाई का क्या?
oh
आई
sorry
थिंक राहिव भाई से बात कर रहे हो.
राहिब जा वो जो पेज फाड़ के फेंक दो जिस पेज में पंजाब नंबर 1 है बट बॉलिंग कुछ अच्छी है उनकी
वाह,
हाँ
बैंटर शुरू हो गया. Can you see KL direct spot? Bro, he shouldn't be in the team. He shouldn't be in the 11.
अगर शादी में
Just,
बुलाया तो स्पॉट मिलेगा शादी में नहीं बुलाया तो
मैं
स्पॉट
केएल
नहीं
राहुल को
मिलेगा
आज तक बैक करा टुडे. आज में बस टू मच है भाई.
लेट्स सी थॉट्स ऑन ड्राविड
But
एज अ कोच मुस्तफा
I
भाई
told you this last year, bro. I told you about Dravid last year. मुझे पंट से पूछ लो. Him, Ashish, Vinay, Don. These guys गवाह है. Don बोल रहे थे कि Dravid, man, you have to give him time. This that मैं एक साल पहले बोल दिया नहीं चलने वाला है. बहुत तुक्का लगा
आई
मेरा,
थिंक
मुझे लग गया सही.
उसका नहीं आई थिंक मे बी मोस्टली योर थिंग वाज जजिंग हिम ऑन अ टेम्परामेंट बेसिस आई थिंक दैट इज वेयर यू आर कमिंग फ्रॉम कि ही डजंट हैव द राइट एटीट्यूड एग्रेसिव ही इज नॉट वन हु विल
It's not
जाके
that, bro.
झंझोड़ के टीम को करेगा
Yeah, like look,
He's a
fine.
molder. He's a molder. He's a player molder. He can turn a under 19
No,
to a
he's
good
not
player, but
proven.
maybe
He's only won an under 19 World Cup. That too had a really good team. In the IPL, what did he do for Rajasthan as coach? He didn't do much, bro. Like then he was Delhi Capitals coach or something. I don't know where he was, bro. But like he hasn't been proven as coach. And the thing is, he lost a match to New Zealand in the test at home. That's a big sign for me. And then after that, he's been very inconsistent. In everybody. The thing I don't understand is everyone used to go after Ravi Shastri, and rightly so. But why aren't you going after Rahul Dravid? You have to you have to criticize him for his mistakes. He might even get sacked if they lose tomorrow. Like, in my opinion, big call,
mm,
but. Bring Ravi. Ravi is not gonna come back, bro. He's chilling, man. He's in the commentary team. Isha Guva and all the other fellow commentators. He's there, and I enjoy Ravi Shastri in that thing. He did his job. Look, he at times Ravi Shastri made some horrible decisions as well, and under him also they have not won any ICC events. They won at the Gabba. That is his biggest achievement, but even under him, you have to remember they haven't won. He had a stint with Dhoni as well in the 2016 T20 World Cup. If you don't remember, I
recall.
think he was the coach at that time. Then he left and then came back again. फैज भाई,
Oh,
मुस्तफा भाई, आपका फेवरेट स्पोर्ट्स मैन वुमेन इन द वर्ल्ड.
oh,
ओह, क्या सवाल पूछे यार. चलो. We can end on this.
वुमेन में मेरे लिए आई डोंट नो वुमेन का अगर मैं देखूं कौन है यार और तो मैं मुस्तफा भाई आई थिंक आपकी सानिया मिर्जा है, if I'm not wrong, मुस्तफा भाई
मेरी मतलब मेरी
आपकी
मतलब
फेवरेट स्पोर्ट्समैन वुमेन इन द वर्ल्ड
मेरी
जो सवाल पूछा गया था, आपकी कौन है?
अच्छा मेरे से पूछ रहे।
हाँ भाई, आपसे और मेरे से दोनों से पूछे।
वीनस एंड सेरेना।
दो है वो तो, वुमेन है, वुमेन हो गई।
सेरेना सेरेना विलियम्स।
मेरी एलेक्स मॉर्गन है। अगर आप देखो
वाह,
यूएसए की फुटबॉलर है।
जबरदस्त
वेरी
है
वेरी
भाई।
गुड। आशीष, डोंट गो एंड गूगल हर नाउ। फॉर मेन,
सही है।
मेन का बहुत बड़ा सवाल है यार, मुश्किल हो
अब
जाएगा।
ऑल टाइम पूछ रहे हो ना शायद।
या दैट्स गोना बी वेरी हार्ड फॉर मी टू डिसाइड।
हम्म, मेरा भी आई डोंट नो
इनका
मैन।
इनका फेवरेट शाहिद अफरीदी है।
मेरा कौन है
लाला।
क्या यार, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा। बट शायद अफरीदी और सचिन तेंदुलकर, हु इज द बिगर मैच विनर?
सचिन तेंदुलकर।
Shahid Afridi has a 50 and 2-3 wicket haul in semi-final final in England, prof. And Lords, he has
या
man of the match,
या
T20 World
सचिन
Cup final.
तेंदुलकर, या सचिन तेंदुलकर हैज अ वर्ल्ड कप खलास।
रोहित का शायद अफरीदी also has World Cup. रोहित का सही है, पूरे साल इंजर खा के पी के लास्ट में वर्ल्ड कप से 2 महीने पहले आए। और फिर ठंडे सैंडविचेस मिलते हैं उसको रोज।
गवर्नमेंट जॉब बना दिया यार इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम को, सही में गवर्नमेंट जॉब।
2 महीने भी
दो
नहीं भाई, दो
दो दिन
दो दिन पहले आ
यार।
जाता है कैप्टनसी करने। You think
You think
BCCI
BCI?
gets Indian coaches so they can play their politics? No, look, the reason everyone wants Indian coaches. If you look at the media, journalists, you look at everybody else, they all want Indian coaches. When you get a foreign coach, उसको निकाल देते. Only Gary Kirsten and John Wright survived. Greg Chappell, उसको तो दो
उसको
दिन
तो
पहले
भाई
ही भेजे. उसके बाद कौन है? Duncan Fletcher. He didn't last.
फ्लेचर।
Even these two had very good stints in other teams or whatever. So they don't want foreign coaches. They want Indian coaches. And then politics का क्या है यार? Like Ravi Shastri made decisions. Rahul Dravid is making decisions. There is politics, I understand, but they
Maybe the only point of politics you could play politics even with a foreign coach, but like between an Indian and a foreign, the only thing I feel that a foreign is more outspoken. They don't care. उनला bold होके बोल दे सकते कुछ भी. That is the only fear with a foreign coach. Indian coach जरा ये selling है थोड़ा
Ravi
type
Shastri bhi
का.
वैसी था. He was bold, but
Yeah, but
I
he
don't
was
know.
like half the time he was.
uh, women.
Woman Alex Morgan, bro. I told you.
No, he just come. He is not the one who asked the question. He's just
अच्छा,
saying
yeah, it
woman.
was.
He's just saying woman.
वुमेन, और वो भी 2 कप कॉफी साथ में, भाई राहिल भाई, यू आर स्लाई गाय, हाँ।
Alex, Alex Morgan काफी cute है bro. Thanks, I appreciate you. उन्हें जबरदस्त footballer है. Like she's one of the
यस,
best to play
बेस्ट फुटबॉलर्स।
the game. Oh, it's really good. Are you guys excited for the inaugural Women's IPL if it takes place in 2023? I am excited. I'm also very excited for the Women's Under 19 World Cup and the Women's T20 World Cup. Both T20s happening in South Africa in January and February. So you will have the Under 19 first ever Women's T20. I think Shifali Verma, if I'm not mistaken, is leading India. And they're going to play in January. And then February is the senior women. You'll have Harmanpreet and the Gyals going in and playing, in that T20. So I'm excited for both. I really enjoyed the World Cup, 50 over World Cup. Me, Ashish, Punter, Vinay are watching it together as well. Rohit is temporary captain instead of K. Yeah, man.
अभी
And
तो
I asked this question to Fez. I said that Rohit Sharma, should he be captain of all three or does he need to stop like thing? And Fez said that T20 छोड़ना मगर मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है कि you'll have to groom a young player, a young captain now. And KL Rahul doesn't have the performance to keep him captain right now. So you have to go out of the box. Hardik Pandya, he doesn't play test matches, T20 one day in and out है उन्हें. So I don't know.
yeah, 100%. Yes,
He's in
Punter.
Western United.
Yes, very. If you, I mean, we'll talk about that later. But yeah,
Oh, he's
Alicia is
talking about the अच्छा
Alicia
some
Lehman.
film मारते हैं. I thought he was talking about something. कैंदी हुंदी सी चांद तकरा बना दे.
But yeah,
Yeah, I think बहुत ज्यादा हो गया आज. Wait, 1 hour 45 minutes. हाँ, Faiz. Thank you.
yes,
First of
sir.
all, thank you everybody who has joined us today. Especially in the afternoon session, we had a lot of people joining us. Everyone give their comments, questions. We really appreciate that. We'll come back again tomorrow after the game. And whoever's watching now, we really appreciate all the comments, questions. Please, Ashish, thank you so much, my
आप लोग
brother.
सब मिलके एंटरटेनिंग बनाते भाई, हम लोग ने, आप लोग सब एंटरटेनिंग बनाते हैं, all of us getting together discussing the ladies, the chais, the biscuits, the foods, the
And
you know,
Ashish
the players, the IPL, the auction,
बहुत
the
motivation
international
देते
cricket.
रहता है. Behind the scenes also he helps a lot. And Punter, Vinay, everybody, and also now our new family man,
Rahib
Rahib,
bhai, Chirag bhai, Nitin bhai.
Chirag,
Even shout out to Putin for bringing an important topic into the conversation. PSL. Nahin, I'm not that, but I'm just saying. Ibrahim bhai. I really love Ibrahim bhai's input in the whole podcast, Mustafa. Ibrahim bhai gives.
Yeah, yeah, no, Ibrahim bhai, if you know us later, if we met you, I don't know if I met you ever before or stuff, but if I have, I'm sorry, but yeah.
Hmm.
भाई, आपके लिए सजेशन
मल्ड वाइन दो टाइम में खुशी में पीते गम में पीते तो कल भी शायद अगर आप मल्ड वाइन पियेंगे यू नेवर नो ब्रो आफ्टर द टेस्ट एंड मीट रिपोर्ट सो
आपको और आपकी
appreciate your
फैमिली को
new favorite word MC Musti कहते MC Musti what's your favorite new word bro
appreciate your new favorite word, MC Musti. What is it,
MC
bro?
Stan MC Stan
Arey, someone's watching Big Boss. What's my new favorite word? Appreciate. Oh, my favorite word is appreciate. Yeah, I use it a lot.
फैज भाई मुस्तफा भाई गेस करो मैं क्या जॉब करता हूँ मैन द वे यू बीन प्रेडिक्टिंग मेरे को लग रहा है आपके पास एक तोता है और आप बाहर बैठ के हाथ पढ़ते लोगों का
तो
ऐसा
भाई,
लग रहा है
आप डॉक्टर है, बहुत इंटेलिजेंट आदमी है, आप
मेरे
डॉक्टर ही हो सकते
नर्स तो अपने पास है एक गुरनूर पाजी तो
हैं।
या
नर्स भी आपके पास ही है। लेकिन थैंक यू सो मच, we will catch you tomorrow after the India versus Bangladesh. It's going to be a ripper of a first session. We'll probably have the result in one session, maybe two max. Lekin the way the test match is progressing, it'll probably finish up quick either way. Either Pant will come and smash it, Akshar Patel will smash it, or Shakib and the lads will rip through. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Faz, thank you so much for joining me. This was probably our longest stream to now record. To everybody who's been with us for such a long time, we also
Yeah, man. Thank you
really,
so
really
much.
appreciate
Yeah.
you and thank you so much. Catch you guys tomorrow. Faz, have a good night's sleep if you can, and see you tomorrow.